Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the official Brickworld. It feels so good, Mark. Brickworld 2026 badge
already
and hotel release party.
We're there already.
Tonight, we are joined by the CBO himself, the Chief Brick Officer, Mark. I am Sean the Right Way, and tonight, what's become an annual tradition, simulcasting live on both ACOB and over on the Brickworld channel on YouTube. Tickets are about to go on sale. We appreciate everyone joining early, in some cases from our normal broadcast time, as well as folks staying up late across the pond and beyond. Mark, we're going to set this thing off so people that are staying up don't have to wait any longer.
Yeah, but, let's do it.
Special day. I mean, real quick.
Yeah,
just
sure.
25 just in the rear view slightly, and we're already gearing up for next year. How exciting is that? Stressful, but exciting.
It's pretty fantastic. I will say, I think the cat's out of the bag in the chat there. So I did go ahead and hit the button. The bag
tickets are on sale now. Let's do
it. They're ahead of us. So if you've been waiting for me to say go now.
Go.
And just let me just check this out real quick. How quickly did people? Yep, 21% of the room block is now full. So get in there and get that link to the hotel rooms quickly. If you are set for coming this year, get those hotel rooms. They're going to go quickly. I believe we sold out of Wednesday. We've got more rooms this year than we had last year. 1/3 of the hotel is not under construction. But in answer to your question, 2025 does feel like it was last week. We've been working pretty hard to get this all set up, and we're excited. We got a lot of things planned. We are getting a bunch of things set up way earlier than we did last year. We've been talking with the coordinators, our coordinator team. Dub's in the chat for the coordinator team. Amazing people. So Tyler, if you need a link there, friend, you can go to brickworld.com. It's just in the upper right-hand corner of the menu. It says convention registration. Just hit that button. That'll take you right to our registration portal.
Here we go.
But no, I'm really excited about next year, mostly because like we got our
posting
biggest,
it, guys. Hang on a second. Go
ahead. Our biggest takeaway from last year is like the team running the show had the smoothest run of a show that we've had since I purchased the company. And since like I would call it the new era of Brickworld Chicago, the post-pandemic era, where, the whole world changed during that in a number of ways. And, there's also new ownership of Brickworld, but also just even if the ownership had not changed between 2019 and 2022, those 2 years that we had to take a break, a lot in the world had changed, and it would have been, I believe, considered 100%. A new era of Brickworld, no matter who owned the company. And again, Brickworld is all about the people who attend. That is who makes the show what it is. I'd say a good 75 to 80% of the schedule, all activities that are run by AFOLs for AFOLs. That's why we set up the show the way that it is. You look at that schedule, I counted up. Last year, we had 154 individual events that occurred during the week between Wednesday and Sunday that you could attend. Now, you couldn't attend all 154 of them because several of them do happen simultaneously, but you could attend a lot of events. And so many of those are run by the attendees. That's why we have the activity leader request form open now. So if you're thinking about doing something for this year, and we want to get that schedule up as early as possible, because we were pretty late with it last year, because a lot comes in at the last minute. So we're leaving that open the entire year. You can think about what you want to do for an activity, what sort of competition you want to run, sort of presentation you want to run, workshop, social activity, you name it. We've rarely turned anybody away from what they want to do. And
it's got to be a really bad idea.
It doesn't even have to be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Only if it's like,
can you do
only if it seems like it might be like highly offensive or impossible for us to provide the infrastructure that they're looking for it. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So we've got that now, and you can go ahead at any time. You can fill out an activity leader request, think about it, edit it, delete it if you're like, I don't think I can actually do this. So you've got all sorts of options in the attendee portal. We will be posting a tutorial on how to manage your registration, how to manage your attendee portal, but we've also opened up everything that we waited until like March for last year. So right now we have an entire catalog of pre-purchased merchandise that you can get at the A-fold discount that you won't be able to purchase it for at the show, and that you can pick up when you pick up your registration. You can already start adding your display space requests to your registration, because we want to get that done a lot earlier this year as well. So if you know what you're bringing, if your lug's already working on something, you know the footprint, please feel free to enter that now. The earlier we have that information, the better it'll be to communicate to everybody what the hall is going to look like. We do have the extra 25,000 square foot ballroom this year as well. So again, we're going to have 125,000 square feet of display space, vendors, and activities. And of course, you can also submit your mock cards.
So Brickworld's getting bigger, the largest Brickworld of all time.
Dear Lord. So last year, we had that. We first added that 25,000 square foot space where we put all of our activities. We put LGMS and we put Brick Derby. Now, Brick Derby is shifting from a sponsor to one of our partners, our merchandise partners. So we're going to have the track, we're going to have the merchandise, and we're going to run the Brick Derby stuff this coming year. So it won't take up as much space as it did last year. We're going to be able to fit more displays into that second room. LGMS wanted to be in there last year. If they want to be back in that room again this year, we will certainly let them. GBC has requested to be in that room because let me tell you something about that second room. It's carpeted, and that padding is like a full inch thick, if not more. And the GBC guys would appreciate, since they're on their feet all weekend, having that padding underneath their feet. And if when the balls fall off the table, they don't quite shoot across the floor the same way they do over carpet, the way they do over that polished cement. So let's just take a look here and see where we're at with the hotel room block. And I'll check on the back. We're at 39% of the hotel room block is now full.
Guys, get in. And again, to get the link to the hotel, you need to get confirmation on your badge. Now, Mark, real quick on badges. There was a little bit of, you may have noticed there's a little back and forth on some of this stuff on ACOP. Was it a week ago, 2 weeks? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't recall.
As far as pricing and everything. Anyway, you're being funny. All right. So September 4th through September 30th, guys, lock in now for $130. If you're thinking about going, Mark and I are human. We realize it's been raised. You may not know what you're doing next middle of June. For a lot of us, Mark, we do know what we're doing. We're going to Brickworld. Yeah. In fact, a lot of us are, canceling and postponing Father's Days to go to Brickworld, but I leave that aside.
True. Yeah.
But the reason you need to do it now, we were just mathing this before. If you get your badge now, and decide you just whatever happens, right? You can't make it work. Life gets in the way. Totally understand. There is a $20 cancellation fee to get out of it. So if you secure at 130, there'll be a $20 fee. Mark, explain the fee. You're not some big evil maniac. Why is there a $20 fee?
I hate this fee. And we are working to get rid of that fee. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're under a contractual obligation for X number of years with our current registration software. So that is something that is non-refundable, unfortunately, on our end. So $20 is a restocking fee, easiest way to say it.
Through CVent.
And
you don't
we've
always that.
Exactly. And we've always had that. Like by we, I mean the previous owners, and since I've owned it, we've always offered full refund. Previous to the pandemic, it was a full refund until I think March or April, and then there was a $20 restocking fee. Pandemic changed everything. All sorts of terms and things changed in contracts and blah 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 blah. But we do offer that full refund with the $20 restocking fee all the way up until May 1st. So if you are thinking about going in or not sure you can make it, get the launch price, the $130. So if you make the decision in March and then you have to cancel in May, you're going to spend $250 and only get 20 and only get 230 back.
Right.
But at that point, if you decide you can come and make it, then you've spent a lot more than you needed to if you lock in now.
Also, on the hotel, happy to report, Marriott does not. Who owns the Rennie? Shout out to the Rennie. We're going to play that song soon, Mark. I feel like we need to.
Yeah.
But shout out to them, guys. Get your badge that unlocks your access to get the hotel, and then if you need to cancel the hotel, they'll give you the date on which you can cancel. But guys, just secure it now, and you'll get a full refund on that. In fact, I think you only have to put. They just authorize for one night stay on your card, and then that drops off, from what I understand. So, people were asking about hotel price. Hotel price is $165 is the rate.
It's the base price. Yeah,
which is the base price. But with tax, title, and tag, or with taxes, tourism tax, this is all stuff out of Brickworld's control. It's all Schaumburg stuff. Village of Schaumburg. It's $189 and change out the door. Yeah, so we call it $190. It's $189 and change, $190 a night. So if you're gonna split it with a couple of the boys, we know some of you guys roll 6 deep. Math it out. Make sure you guys can figure it out. But $190 a night. Mark, I've done comps in the area.
It's insane.
You can get something for like maybe a hunch if you're wanting to be out a little bit, or a lower quality room. Here's my point.
I mean, you can get that now.
I would say the average I found, Mark,
area. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say just average blended rates in the area that I just saw on a blind Expedia look, just being unbiased, in and around like 150, 160. And to me, that's not taking into account, do you need an Uber to get back and forth to that thing? Are you bringing a car? But the most important thing for that extra 20, 30 bucks, let's call it, to have that access, man. People have talked about it for forever, just to be able to roll up to the room. Mark and I think we're going to have time to I was like, Mark, I'm going to go take a nap. And you're like, I wish. I took no naps this year. I used to take my little 30-minuters here and there. But if you're not running around like a maniac, you could take a nap. And how convenient is that to not have to go out, get in a car, walk to a hotel? And quite frankly, where a lot of the magic happens, we talk about a lot, Mark, on the broadcast, is in the lobby, is in the hotels. It's the unexpected moments. And I think, not that they can happen to the other hotels, but you're 100% capacity with nothing, a bunch of maniac AFOLs running through that hotel. So there's too much to miss at the Rennie.
At this point, the room block is 54% full. We are a couple other statistics to share here real quick. Last year on the first day, we sold 478 badges. So we had 478 registrations on the first day last year. And at this point in time, we're at 191 registrations. So we'll see what that turns into. But the point about the hotels in the area, you could check Expedia now and see what those rates are and see some pretty impressive rates. Did you put them as the login and log out? I'm sorry, the check-in and check-out as June 16th and June 21st?
So it had that set up. That was the default when you used that.
Okay,
link.
Good.
It had the Brickworld.
No, I mean when you did the comps, sir.
Yeah.
When you did the comps, you used that because when I used Expedia to look at what the Renaissance,
because weekend rates are higher too. By the way, is that where you're going? Or?
Not only weekend rates but summer rates. So when I used when I used Expedia to check what the Renaissance was during the summer, like it's a really great rate for this hotel. Those rates go really high at this location during the summer months and on weekends. So it's an excellent rate. They do give us a really good deal for our room block. And they take great care of us because we've always been, and this isn't just us, the staff, this is everybody involved in the show, all the attendees, our vendor sponsors, the Lego group themselves when they come, has always been really great to the staff there. Just they enjoy our presence there. They enjoy that people are, for the most part, happy, don't cause a lot of problems. A little, they create a bit of noise in the lobby from time to time. But this year, the lobby was lit and we didn't get any noise complaints. Security never had to call me up and say, hey, such and such happened. And that's only happened like a handful of times since I owned the company. So yeah, it's an excellent time. I'm biased, so don't take it from me. Take it from somebody who doesn't own the company. But we're cruising along.
Take it from the chat, guys. I mean, everybody's in there. They're locking it in, and you don't. I mean, like honestly, it's whatever you say, numbers don't lie. This thing will sell out, Mark. It will probably sell out today. We're at 54%. We'll get another check in on that. But guys,
58%.
58%, guys. I'm telling you, the ones who miss it, Mark and I are going to be Mark and others, of course, are going to be fielding calls like, you sure you got a few more?
100%.
And the answer is going to be this. For those of you that are wondering, no, there aren't any more. Here's what you have to hope for, is what we were talking about earlier, is that cancellation. And what that means is you are now, between now and then, going to be calling there periodically. You're going to become good friends with Jennifer. Shout out to Jennifer at the front desk. And she's going to say, no, Jimmy's Bricks, we don't have any more rooms because you were caught slipping on launch day. So, guys, that is to say, there are cancellations. You might catch Jennifer. She might be able to throw you a room. But here's the bigger problem, Mark. Even if you get in there, you're pretty much going to have to patch together your nights from what we hear, right? Because people that buy the full week, those cancellations, few and far between. But you might be able to pick up like, hey, I got a Tuesday at the Rennie. Let's piece it together. Yeah. Very low odds that somebody's going to cancel a full week. So now's the time to get in. And guys, I don't make a dime off this. It's all for love of the game. I want to make that clear too. I'm not getting a commish. There's no Rennie kickbacks. This is how much we believe in it. We've made songs about it. I don't know what to tell you. It's the coolest experience. It's to me as equal as being on the floor, as having that experience. It doesn't mean it's still not great. I just love the whole package. And in order to get that done, you gotta lock it down.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that. I've stayed off site before I owned the company. And it's nowhere near as fun. Granted, I also stayed like in Naperville, so I had to leave at like, leave at midnight to get like back to my sister's house at a reasonable time, and then wake up at the butt crack of dawn to get back and enjoy everything. But it is definitely an experience. It is just as fun if you're not able to stay at the Renaissance. So if you don't get your rooms there, with 2,000 people staying, 2,000 registrants for the show, that is over capacity for the hotel. So people will, if we sell out of badges, will need to stay kind of all over the place. The other thing is, if you do get
lock in the ready.
Yeah, 100%. If you do choose to get another hotel in the area, and we do have a list of hotels in the area on your registration page underneath the booking link, there is a shuttle at the Renaissance that runs pretty regularly, and you don't necessarily need to get an Uber for every ride. You may be able to take the Renaissance shuttle back, and a lot of times you can go to the front desk to see when the shuttle will be back and request a stop.
There you go. The only thing is, I wish we could book King or Queen. Doesn't seem to be an option this year. Yeah, so
we're checking in on that. That
our advice would be call Jennifer, which by the way, that's Jennifer. A fake name.
100%.
Whoever answers is going to be a lovely person, Jennifer, James, Steve, whoever. And just, say, hey, I booked the room. Can you go ahead and make that an XYZ? That would be my bet there. But for some reason that option wasn't given. So make sure you get that squared away. And from what I understand, it's a pretty even mix, Mark, as far as those rooms. I feel like if you do 2 beds, those will go faster. So prioritize that. If you are just a king bed, I would, keep that for yourself, but whatever you want to do.
They're run of house. So that's basically when they fill the reservations, they'll take what's available. That didn't used to be the case with our room block. They had it as a run of house last year because they're doing this soft reset. And so much of the hotel was under construction. They're just kind of like, we'll just push you wherever we can. But that definitely call the reservations line and check with them. They should be able to assign you. I know it's an extra step. That's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'll also check in on it to see if we can get that switched. Something that was on my list this week. It's been an incredibly busy week, by the way, that I need to catch up on. So hopefully we'll have that fixed. Once you have your reservation, if we are able to fix that, you should be able to go in and adjust. Again, the best way to do that, if you're adjusting an existing reservation because you don't want to lose it, is to call the Renaissance reservation desk and see what they can do for you.
There you go. And we've gotten a lot of requests for this one, Mark. So we're gonna hit it right now because everybody's in the mood. So we gotta talk about
beers in your mouth at the Rennie. You can meet your future spouse at the Rennie. You can boy all night at the Rennie. Buy all the sets you like at the Rennie. It all goes down at the Rennie. If you stay another place, you offend them other hotels at the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie is the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie.
update that, Mark. We got to say 26. And I think, I was talking to Mark off air. We're gonna have to come up with a remix or a new one. We got so much more lore to add from 2 years. It's been over a year since the last one. So we're gonna have to go back since that video was made. I guess what I'm saying. So we're gonna have to step it up on that. But
I find it hard to go back to those. Once I create a song, I feel like cut and print, it's done. Opening it back up, it always just seems like too much work.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'm saying I don't know if I would just like change the video. We need new lyrics. New lore has been added. Mark, where are we at with room capacity?
Well, first of all, I would say shout out to the person who already put their display space request in. This is what we want. We want people putting their space requests in. That's incredible. I do love that. So
that's extra credit right there.
We're at 239 registrants already for the show. And let's check out this room block. We're at 64% of the room block booked.
Man.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh, it goes so fast, man. Oh, this room block. I swear I don't understand why the Rennie hasn't built an addition for us.
Just for, quite frankly.
What's that?
I said just for Brickworld. I mean, they put on an Andretti racetrack, but we can't get.
Come on, yeah. What you put up an entire parking garage? That could have been a lot of hotel rooms instead of just more parking spots.
So we have a poll going, Mark. We can't see it from this view, but I put it out there and it says, "Did you book?" So we got 65% saying yes in the chat.
Nice.
It's 14% no, 21 TBD. So look, we're gonna go a little bit. How do we get that 21 number down, Mark? What do we need to do to convince people? I mean, I feel like we've laid it all on the table. You're not going to get any more biased individuals here, but I mean, again, I would just say if you can swing the badge and then the hold on the room for now, do that and then figure it out later. You can always walk it back minus the $20. That's all you'd be out. So if you're like thinking about it and you need to back into it and figure it out, if you need to sling a set or two to get it done, do that, because I'm telling you, it is one of the best weeks that you'll have all year. Whether it's your first time, your 10th time, etc. You got to get to Brickworld. It's just different. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, since I first went, I called it my new Christmas. It's the thing I look forward to most in the year. Just having that many people in the same room that are cut from the same cloth. I've told the story 1,000 times. I compare going to Brickworld to going on my first gay cruise. Like once I was on that boat, they closed the doors and we set sail. Like I didn't have to come out to anybody. Everyone just assumed that's why you're there. And it's kind of the similar sort of like feeling of belonging at Brickworld. Like once you're everyone's at the Rennie, everyone's in the display hall, everyone's hanging out in the lobby, they're all Lego fans. You don't got to explain that to anybody. You don't need to decide if you want to tell this new person you've met that you're a Lego fan or not. You just get to be yourself in that capacity of being a Lego fan all week, just surrounded by people cut from the same cloth.
I've mentioned this, and I know I told you this, but what's so cool too is like you're just always. I mean, like, look, people are into different things. Obviously, us and our boys are into like just copping stuff, right? And it's so fun to just see somebody, walking by with like a Joker's manor or something. You're like, what was the story on that? Even a total stranger, like, I just got it for $4.30 from this dude. You know what I mean? Just like little moments like that happen too, where it's just like, and you don't know them before, but you're like, they know you're there for that, and vice versa, and you could just be like, where'd that come from?
The bonding moment for sure.
From? Yeah, like where you headed, man? So one thing we haven't touched on tonight, Mark, which is super important, probably the most important thing I think, is the inclusion. And by that I mean the inclusion of the sense of like, if you are out there and you're just just say you watch ACOB, or say you watch Mark's channel, or just say you're a fan and you've always been on the fence about going, but you don't have someone locally in your life that would be down to go. Mark, what would your advice be on something like that? You just don't have anybody to go with. Is that a problem for folks?
Oh goodness, no. So that's one of the reasons we've asked you in your registration, if you're a first time attendee, There are lots of ways to meet people. We go out of our way to make sure that new attendees are educated on some of the things that they need to know to get their way around. Even if you've come before, well, I mean, if you come before, you probably know somebody there. But so we got the new attendee orientation.
But like first times, they've never been, Mark. Yeah.
Right.
What do you do for them, and will they have problems making friends?
So not only the orientation that'll give you like the a very specific lay of the land, kind of lay everything out for you and put you in an environment where you can ask as many questions as you have. We also have events and competitions that are geared towards first-time attendees. We have all sorts of things that happen during the week that are for first-time attendees. Just with the simple thing about you get 2 bricks in your registration, that you keep one for yourself and you give someone to the you give the other to the person who you feel was the most helpful or welcoming to you. We've also got like the Duplo icebreaker, which is like playing cornhole, but it's Duplo penguins instead of sandbags, instead of beanbags. One of my favorite things in the world, because Duplo penguins land so much funnier than beanbags do. And we've also got Mad Libs competition, where we're encouraging people to create teams of a new attendee and a previous attendee. So you're kind of almost forced to meet somebody. But there's all sorts of events that happen during the week. Just the very simple set drafts that happen. You join a set draft, you're going to meet people in the room. You're going to be in an intimate setting with 8 to 12 other AFOLs that are all drafting a set, and you get to know each other. There's all sorts of
there's no
social activities.
Mark. This is unlike, I mean, I'm too old for this, but and barely, by the way, the online dating thing. I didn't have to do all that, where there was like awkwardness and all that stuff, and have icebreakers and lines and all that stuff, right? But what's cool about it is you already are 51% of the way there, and I say that because like you walk up, you already have something in common with that person. You're already at some kind of common ground, and you can make a friend for life. Now look, through ours, I mean, there was a group of us going that were just a little bit familiar through usernames on a screen, right? And we have already seen, we're already hearing in the chat that Bearded I think is staying with Maul this year. They've never met. Bearded's coming all the way across the Atlantic, and he's going to stay with Maul. So there are those options too, guys. So if there's someone even in your community that you want to stay with, save a few bucks, you guys can hash that out. There are people who met for the first time IRL, as the kids say, are now lifelong friends, and they're talking on a daily. I know for a fact there's people who came for the first time, didn't know us or anybody, and then we just hung out with at the foosball event, and then they ended up joining the gang. So it's really just it can happen in a number of ways. Even if you aren't the most outgoing, I would just say, again, a lot of that pressure is alleviated because at least you have some sort of common ground. So if you're on the fence, 100%. Get off the fence, come see us. And by the way, I'm going to volunteer Mark, even though he's the hardest guy to track down during Brickworld week. If you go by yourself and you need someone that is safe or whatever to talk to, come find me directly and join us. It doesn't matter, man. 100%. Everybody's cool. All included. There's no elite bullshit. There's no, people. I don't want to say there's no cliques because people hang out with each other, and that's like human nature. But like, most people are very open to, hey, do you mind if I tag along for dinner? Absolutely. We're leaving in 5 though, so you got to be ready. You know what I mean? So
and I do want to say for your sake, you hear from time to time people complaining about how many influencers there are in the Lego fan community now. And we certainly have opened the doors to the Lego influencers. We want them there. We want to welcome every type of AFOL. And there is a new type of AFOL for sure. And it's the Lego content creators. And from time to time, you get a little bit of a bad name. It's like they stick together. They're doing this. They're only focused on this. I have to completely disagree. And again, this may seem like it's coming from a biased perspective because I own the show. But in my observations, this is a very open group of people, a very friendly, welcoming group of people. And if you see them on their stage all hanging out together, go over and say hello. They may even crack a cool latte for you and hang out. I mean, certainly approach these people. We had the same issue when with the Lego Masters contestants, who are all wonderful people, who are very welcoming, who do stick together because they have a common bond. They were on Lego Masters. They went through a traumatic experience together. You guys have a common bond.
It's almost how like a lug sticks together. Right? It's
100%,
almost
100%
in a weird way, right? I mean, I don't want to stir up shit, but it's like if the lug guys are hanging out with each other, it's like, well, it's because they know each other already, but it doesn't mean the doors closed to meeting new people. So I get that it could be. So I just want to put that out there. I feel like of any convention, event, or anything I've ever been to, this would be the one to go to, where like,
yeah,
I was gonna say, like, you could even go to your, a sporting event where if I'm a Dolphins fan, it's like I could find some common ground with someone, but this is a little bit different because here there shouldn't be any judging, because we are all friggin' nerds that are there for Lego,
Yeah.
and there should be very little to zero
That's right.
judgment of anybody in there, period. If anybody calls anybody anything, it's like,
yeah.
hey man, we're all kind of in this together. This has been up for a minute. Papa Trip wants to he's sending you a message. Brickworld Mark, thank you again for all you do for the Girth Gang. Love you, brother, and best to Matt, husband. Sam,
Yeah.
this is a great point I want to segue into. Sam Russell, channel member. Hey Mark, getting there late Thursday, I hope that's okay. So
Sure.
I don't know if he's what is he going to say? No, but that's a great point, Mark. So let's talk about that now. The Rennie, obviously you've seen it over the years, particularly with the fervor of the Girth Gang is pushing it back. We've had people show up the weekend before, but what would you say? I mean, I would say, do as much as you can, but if you can't, you still have a great time. And I want to say, if you only get there Thursday, but a Thursday to Sunday run is probably enough for most people. You know what I mean?
I'd say the biggest risk you're taking there is like the FOMO you're going to have when you get there Thursday night and people are talking about what has already happened up to that point, because 12 hours at that show seems like an eternity. Like what's crazy is, like, I think it was 2 years ago, it was probably 2023. When we were kind of like just not dragging our feet, but just doing the normal thing we would do when registration was about to open. A registration on the schedule used to be like around noon. Like, we'll get to it.
It's 1:30. Stone.
To it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Stone was asking. It's 1:30 on the early bird special. You want to get in now? Yeah. You can always refund later, minus a $20 fee. Go ahead, Mark. You save a bunch of money doing it now.
And like 2023, they're like, are you guys going to open registration? I'm like, what's with all the pressure to open registration? And we open the doors and there's like a line from the registration desk to the parking lot. I'm like, what's everybody doing here? Everybody, like, a lot of people get there on Wednesday at noon. So if you can swing it, certainly it's worth the time, because there is a lot happening right from the get-go. I mean, Sean, you were there on Monday this year. Is that correct?
Yeah. My new record, Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, there are people hanging out days
earlier every day. Remember, we had first time attendee weekend only kick out. Second time was Thursday. I think we inched it up to Tuesday, Wednesday, and then this year Monday. And I think for me, and I was saying, because we keep a busy schedule, Mark, obviously volunteering, putting shows on, my hands are in a little bit of everything at this point. I need that day or two personally, because that's when I get to see everybody the most. But from pretty much when we officially open the hall, on Wednesday, it's just so on, and it's a speed run from there till I leave, quite frankly. Yeah. And not that I don't see everybody and we don't have time and all that stuff, but it's like I have a full, I feel 48, to really hang before a real
100%
work call begins.
And I need the 24 hours afterwards. But I mean, because I move in on Monday. But I'm working nonstop until we open registration on Wednesday at noon. I thank you for reminding me. I was going to say, when we're talking about like Lego Masters, content creators, these are approachable people. You should go up and say hello. Please don't feel like they're sticking together to keep other people out. They'll certainly welcome you, and if you come up and introduce yourself, have a conversation. Same goes for the Brickworld staff. You can approach any one of us. The worst you might get from me is, can you walk with me? I will do my best to help you in any way
that thread a bit, because there's a lot of preconceived notions. And I think, like, one thing I also wanted to clarify that we missed when we were talking about the whole, creators thing. I will say, and this is mainly on public, Mark, I would say one of the reasons that we created like a space for that is because, and it's not, it's not to put someone on a pedestal or anything like that. It's because tangibly, factually, if you had somebody walking through the halls, going to on their way to go eat after they've done a bunch of stuff or did a panel or something, and they get crowded, we wanted to provide a space where people could meet them in a more organized way, instead of like 20 people jumping in an elevator. And people can take this however they want and judge me and say whatever, particularly on the female content creator side. I'm just going to say it, like, a lot of dudes there, right? A lot of them, or might not all of them, not speaking for everybody, get uncomfortable if like 5-6 dudes are just crowding them. Not that it's going to be anything dangerous. It's just a human thing to be like, guys, I need my space, and where people kind of know them and they don't know them yet. So just for, it's not even, I don't even want to use the word safety, Mark, but just for, again, a lot of things I just relate back to being human. They're human beings just like everyone else. And it just, we're like, hey, I would like to do a meet and greet instead of have a bunch of people kind of, converge at one time. So that was the reason. The other reason, Mark, is from a legal standpoint. And Ryan is telling us he'll be back, this year, but Ryan and others have created lines where, quite frankly, if it wasn't done in an organized fashion, we could be getting into issues with the fire department because they're blocking doors wanting to meet these people. So this is why we do it in a more organized fashion. It wasn't to be jerks. It wasn't to be elitist. It's just the fact is people want to meet these people, and we tried to make it in a safe space for everybody. That's all it was.
Yeah.
There's no extra charges or anything, by the way. So I don't know why anybody's bothered by it. It's like,
and that is definitely something that like the staff has to scramble if somebody does create, which Ryan is a great example, when they're just like, everyone wants to meet M&R. So, well, Mr. Soros is here. Excellent. They're coming down back.
Hanging with the boys. We missed you this year. We knew it was for a very good reason. Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way. Yes.
Congrats.
Oh, somebody's in somebody's in the studio.
Oh,
somebody I know is in the studio. We might have a special guest here. I was going to say also, here he is. It's my co-host. It's everybody's favorite host, the guy on my left. That's right.
I'm on the left.
That's right. That's exactly where he
I know the order. I'm a fan. I'm a season ticket holder.
Mr. Z Cerberus, Ben Hauger, how you doing tonight, sir?
I didn't know we were starting a little early for our Brickworld drop. But
yeah, 5 p.m.
Just got off work, and I'm ordering the kids some Chipotle, and I ran on down.
Shout out to Miss Soros.
So there we go.
Right. Well,
awesome.
You're here. Well, look, we're about to get another Sports Center update. Ben, welcome to the broadcast. Let's see what we're at now as far as.
Okay, so this is fun. So we have 269 registrants, and we have 69% of the hotel room block full. So 269 and 69, baby. So
insert Sean here.
Exactly. One of the things I will say is about the content creator area. Like, you have a live stream schedule, and I saw you do it at least on one occasion where there was a content creator with like a smaller audience who wasn't on the schedule that just came up to you and said like, "Hey, could I get some time up on that stage?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And you opened up your schedule. You found
no. I said, no, you commenter, you can't come up here and do this. This is the mighty creator space.
I totally forgot.
I know. I'm
that's
saying
how it went.
No, but
I had a different memory of that moment.
It pisses me off, Ben. We've been talking about this, and you know where we're coming from, Ben. It's somebody came up and they go, "Hey, are there any slots open?" I go, "Absolutely." I didn't say how many subs you got, who are you, blah 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 blah. You want to be up there? I said, bring your. We even have a console. Mark's secured a console now for next year, guys. It's going to be a lot more plug and play. We ask that you guys just bring your own mics, I would say, so that we don't have to slobber all over everybody. Everybody can do that. Everybody, if you're doing a show, you already have a mic, bring that in, plug it in. Listen, we're going to put out invites to get a formal schedule, but here's the reality. People will book, they change their mind, they don't make it. So there'll always be time slots, and we want you guys to be featured there. We don't give a shit if you have 0 100%. Subs or thousands of subs. 100%. You want to broadcast live from Brickworld, we want you there. There is no... Yeah. It's just some of these narratives are crazy to me, and it's frustrating. But
we should post actually when you come up with a schedule, we should post it online so people can look and say like, there is a good mix of people with different audiences from different backgrounds on this schedule. Oh, but but the schedule's a little loose.
It is, and take your stuff off the stage when you're done. Yes, don't use under the stage as a storage unit. Yes, there will be some housekeeping.
Don't do that.
We're going to have to police that. And don't put any drinks next to our equipment. But other than that, and by the way, that's not these guest hosts. That's just some of the boys leaving a Coors latte right next to very expensive equipment. But
or me leaving a whiskey glass next to your stuff. Yeah, that's
yours isn't a Coors latte, but yeah.
It's happened. It should be.
So 69%. Ben, talk about this. I mean, I think it's welcome to the show again. Pretty fun to have a launch party for this, man. It's a good way to kick it off. I feel like it's far enough away, but still, man, once we get that countdown going, it's closer than you think,
Yeah, I mean that's part of it for me, and for a lot of people, it's build up for the entire year to get there. You want to show the newest thing you've built, the best thing you've built yet. That's always how it is for those of us who are on the mock side of the community. It's kind of like your chance to debut.
That's odd. What happened?
Don't know.
I lost
Is that
the
Ben?
function there just half a sec.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like
That's you, Ben.
hornet's nest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mike, hold on. I'm gonna switch mics.
He was on a good
Okay.
tear there for a second too.
Yeah, he was really on fire.
I know.
I
Yeah.
was like,
It's
it's ACOB.
like, is that me?
Minimum of
no.
one,
Yeah.
one tech diff always.
Every live stream. Yeah.
All right, let's unmute Ben and check it out. Ben, are you alive?
All right, now we should be back. The my mic is playing some tricks on me, so I switched over to the headset. Hopefully, it's not too bad here. But
It's just, look at
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen, look at
Full
this.
Another man.
House. Yes.
I'm literally in my sunroom
Double
watching
duty,
my
yes.
I'm watching my son through a window in my house. So I may be in and out. But yeah.
double sunroom there. Yeah. So anyway,
he's only
Brent Bricks joins the broadcast. Brent, badges flying off the shelves, the virtual shelves.
I've been listening. Oh, yeah.
Rooms are 69% booked, Brent, and we are. Well, Mark, we were
Solid
5 minutes
number.
late again because it is ACOB. In 42 minutes, we've sold through 69% of the rooms. I'm sure that number is higher by now. Brent, talk about the importance of securing that tick today. It gives you something to look forward to, and you get to stay at the world famous Rennie, dude.
sorry. I'm
And now
muted.
Brent's having tech diffs. There he is.
No, I'm back. I'm back. I was just muted for a second. Can you hear me?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was muted for a second. No, I've been listening the whole time. It's excited watching everyone in the chat. People that were there for the first time last year booking again. Bearded booking for the first time. Man, the go-kart thing is going to be live this year. I know Mark was talking about how there's going to be less stress because of all the construction going on in the rooms. I know there was a couple mornings when Tyler, he sleeps in a little bit. Tyler's like, man, I swear
A
they were
little
doing
bit.
construction in the room, like right above
How do you
me.
do construction?
They were.
How can you sleep through construction? I know, but still.
can.
But no, it's gonna be nice to have that all done, and yeah, man, I'm excited, and to build off of I think Sean said it earlier. It feels like Brickworld 25 was like last week still, so
Yeah.
it's excited to have it
100%,
coming back,
yeah.
man.
So Brent, talk about the benefits of pricing aside, which I think is nominal when you compare to the area. Could you even imagine at this point not being in the Rennie, dude?
No, not at all. Because I mean, really, the very first year we didn't really even know that like the public day thing was, and going for the full week to get the most out of it was really the play. I mean, the very first year, we had only planned on going for a couple public days, and we stayed a couple miles down the street. And I think it was very
shout out to
shout out to Lakita. But yeah, it was very apparent just after that first year that it's like, man, especially if you're traveling, I mean, you really gotta take advantage and go for the full week. And unlike anything I've ever been to, being able to be staying at a beautiful hotel connected to the rest of the convention, unlike anything I've ever been to, it's very how Mark compared it to a cruise. I'm a big cruise advocate myself. I've been on 3 now, and I mean it's very much comparable to that, just in the aspect of, if you're not staying on location, you don't feel like while you're there you got to constantly be doing stuff. It's so much just let the day take you, let the night, you have no plans, but you're there the entire day, so you don't really know what's going to happen. Sean loves talking about the oddball stuff that it's just not on your bingo card. You never know when it's going to happen. The things that are happening in between events, you're walking somewhere and, here comes Will around the corner like, dude, I just bought a drop ship for a steal. And then he drops it literally, 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
and I
going
think
for
there
4
are
years in a
fringe
row. It's
benefits
crazy.
there. Yeah. But I think, and by the way, sometimes it just takes, going and learning and all that. And by the way, maybe it's not for everyone. I will say, Mark, on the flip side, devil's advocate here. if you do want to truly get away, maybe that is a time to get another, you know what I mean? Like if you need to detach or decompress for a minute
Yeah.
from Brickworld,
Stay
for a
somewhere
second,
else. Yeah,
stay
exactly.
somewhere else.
Well,
Because, you know,
honestly,
really
you-
the only time it shuts off, Mark, is I would say when the
Yeah.
door closes, but not for me and you, I would say, or for some of us that are in Ben and people that are and Brent and people that are kind of working it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but for a lot of folks, when you shut the door, you do get that reprieve. But then for us, it's like,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean-
texts and calls, and also you're surrounded hopefully by some beautiful pickups in your room. You know what I mean?
Right.
it's
And
like-
Ben
and
and
to
I
be
can
clear,
kind
I'm
of like,
talking about the Lego, you know.
yeah, Ben and I, or you know, whatever floats your boat. Ben and I can finally hang out about like 1 a.m. That's usually when my work is done, and I can actually go out and like be an A-full. And like I don't know, Ben. I think at least twice someone came to me with something that was on fire.
Oh
at
yeah.
1 a.m.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're sitting there. I mean, I guess for Mark and I, one of the things is, and not only are we there for the ambiance, for the adventure, we're also displaying mocks, right? And that's a large part of your audience does too. But for us, then, you know, for Mark, he never finishes on time. We'll get that out there. And so we've got this opportunity to hang out and collaborate in person.
Yeah.
But even at 1 a.m., there's always some fire that someone has, and they come over, and, you know, we don't get upset when people come over and engage with us. But it's always something, even at 1 a.m.
It is kind of like the reprieve is my room. That's why I kind of like, I try.
Another
I'm
Rennie
like, I'm
room
always-
gone, boys. Another Rennie
I'm
room
always-
gone.
Oh, and it's Jazzy Viking Bricks. We're gonna meet
There
Jazzy
you
Viking
go.
Bricks this year. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's
Can
like
you guys in
I-
the chat, by the way, real quick in the chat, can you put a 1 up if it's going to be your first time attending
Yeah.
Brickworld? Can you put some 1s in the chat? First time attendees. Actually, put your number of what you've been. If it's not 1, whatever it is, 2, 3, 10.
How
I
many
saw
you
a
been
couple.
to?
I saw
Yeah.
a couple 10s out there. But
Let's
let's
see
see how
that.
many of you guys is this first time attending.
Life Bricks
Tyler with the 11. He's the
11.
leader.
Yeah.
He's the
I
leader. in the
believe that is
clubhouse.
me as well, 11.
Yeah.
I
Look
think
at
last year
all
was my
these.
10th year.
I'm at 17.
Well,
What are you gonna do?
yeah.
Nicole,
And
this
guys-
can't be. This, I'm sorry, this upcoming one, Nicole, would that be 4 for you? Coming up, including the one coming
this
up,
will-
let's say.
I would say this will be my 18th. Yeah, because someone put 0 in there. So either that
Yeah,
coming.
sorry
or-
guys, to clarify, including the one coming up. If you've booked,
Yeah.
you're pretty much locked in.
So the number is, this will be my blank time.
there you go,
or-
Nicole, because I think
or
we've
und.
been the same amount. I think, yeah. Or no, Brent, what will it be for us? Is this 5 this
Number
time?
5. Yep, I just put in
Wow.
chat number 5 for me. Yeah.
Man,
So you've only been to the show when I ran it. You never
yeah,
saw like
I
the
know no other.
previous
I know.
I've only been going for the Mark era.
administration.
And by the way, I've met
Oh,
your
wow.
predecessor, lovely guy. I'm just saying, I've only been in the Mark era. Yeah.
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 Interesting. That's
So.
bizarre to me. Like, it's
I
just like-
only
just
know
kinda
this
like, what?
way. I
Yeah.
only know the Mark way. Yeah. Total coincidence.
Interesting that's
Which is weird.
now
By the way, I
possible.
went the first time I was eligible too, because we
Why
didn't
would
really
you not be
start it-
eligible?
because we started. I mean, we started the show and started hearing about it in August of 21. So we would have missed 21.
Oh,
So we
I
went
see
to the
what you
very
mean.
first one in 22 that we were eligible for.
Gotcha.
You got to
That you
remember,
were
I'm
in the
overall. I
community
keep saying
for.
I'm new.
Yeah.
I'm getting old now, but I've been into it for. I guess that kind of marks how long I've been into Lego, like 5-6 years. Because once I got into it, I'm like, all right, where's the Super Bowl of this thing? Oh, it's in Schaumburg. All right, we're going to the Super Bowl. That's it.
Yeah.
Got people in. Admiral Ezel is in 1 a.m. Hey, oh, real quick too. Also, huge shout out, and which is why we started this earlier, at 6 p.m. Eastern. We wanted to make sure the boys and girls overseas were able to get not only at a fair chance, but at a good time. You know what I mean? For them, where they don't have to stay up super late. So, appreciate you guys staying up till 11, 12, 1 a.m. over there to get this done. It's why we didn't start at our normal 9 o'clock, because I think we've done that before, Ben. I think we did 8, and people are like, hey, man, could you move it up a little bit so I don't have to set an alarm for 2 a.m. Get
Yeah.
my tickets?
Well, hey, that's fair. I mean, the overseas, contingency, the overseas contingent, is good.
There you go.
It is strong. They are a good representation from both sides. We get both Europe and Australia. Occasionally, some people from Asia as well, but a good number of folks from those two regions. So yeah, it's hard to jump on a show when it starts getting late for us.
And I already got a little bit of shit from our West Coast brethren too. Here's another one from Brandon. Shy was like, "Hey, it's early for us." I'm like, or I'm sorry, that wasn't Shy. Who was it? It was Calvin. Brent. Calvin's like, "Geez, man, what are you doing to me? I got to stop in the middle of my work day and get this shit at 3." And I'm like, we somebody's gonna be put out a
get
little
left
bit.
out. Yeah,
it's just the
not
problem
left
with being
out, but like.
We were talking international, Ben, last week. I'm sure you saw our guest there, but you talk about this is a worldwide event, and I think that proves it. We got people saying, "Hey, thanks for doing it earlier," and "Damn it, why did you go so early?" And it's like, it's a worldwide event. It just is. This is not a locals thing. We're drawing people from all over the world, and it's part of the game, man. You just got to be ready. So try to best to accommodate.
It is the Super Bowl. It's a different, there are different regions, different shows. Brickworld doesn't have to be your favorite, but it is my favorite so far by far. So it's just a different experience. That's all there is to it. It's got the most stuff to do, most stuff to see, and that's just how it is. And some other shows might be more laid back. Maybe that's the vibe you get, and if you like that, you like that. But for us, Brickworld's kind of where it's at. And I got my medieval
Brickworld be laid back. Medieval times. Brent, could Brickworld be laid back for people if they wanted it to be?
Yeah, dude. Brickworld is very. Day. You can. Well, yeah, maybe not on public day because that's when it factually is the busiest. But you can very much like mold Brickworld into however chill or busy you want it to be. And I mean, Mark says it all the time. Like, if you have an idea or you want to do something or some kind of event or anything, you bring your idea to the table. And, they'll do. Bring it to Sean. I mean, do we can to make it happen. But yeah, I mean, the first year we went, me and Sean were very much just normal attendees with nothing going on. And it kind of just started snowballing everywhere. Like, we did foosball one year and then did a stream, but it was just a very makeshift, like just throw the laptop down on the table and do a stream. And then that was so much fun. And, people watching from home had so much fun. People that were jumping in and out of the stream had so much fun. Same with the foosball thing. I mean, so much, people love that from the year before. So that has been a continued thing. So yeah, I mean, me and Sean have definitely made ourselves much busier kind of as the years go on. But, obviously you can go and not display. I mean, there's, I think Shy, he, normally displays, but I think, he didn't display last year. And
he did like a 3-day trip this year and it was fine,
Yeah. Well, and I remember him saying something along the lines of like, man, I love displaying. He's like, but it is nice not having the stress of, transporting it and then setting it up and everything. So if you're wanting to display on panels and do it all one year, it's all there for you. If you want to have more of a chill year and you don't want to display and you really just want to enjoy it and treat it more of a vacation, you can do that. I'd say, I think me and Sean always say it, like, we try to get there earlier on like Monday and Tuesday to kind of have our more like vacation type days. And then it's kind of go time from like Wednesday all the way through. And I mean, we have our late night, go out to dinner and everything. But I would say, Sean, I mean, every year the like business trip side of it takes over more of just like a vacation. Like we're pretty tired by the end of the week. So
yeah, I try to explain.
It depends on yeah, and it depends person to person as well. I mean,
it's what you want. I prefer like, because if I don't have something going on, it's like I've seen people say like I like to just go to the room and chill, and that's probably what I would do more of. But I think keeping yourself busy, you get to see more. This whole channel, I think this whole brand's built off of FOMO, and it's like I don't want to miss anything, man. I want to be there. I don't want someone to tell me a legendary story about Brickworld. I want to tell that story, or I at least want to be like, yeah, I saw that too, or I heard that too. You know what I mean? So like, that's based on the individual. But I think you could absolutely chill. And I would say, Mark, one other thing we haven't touched on is, hey, if you're looking to dip the foot in the proverbial pool, there are weekend and day passes available, Mark. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe you're not doing the full Rennie. Maybe you just want to walk the Rennie, check it out and all that, and then get a little dip in the pool. How many conversions have you seen from that? You know what I mean? Like people want to go the
Tons.
first time and just walk a lap and they realize what we're saying.
Yep.
And
we get
one
people
day
who
is not
convert
enough.
from. We get people who convert from public tickets. Like they go just for the expo hours, just for the public hours, and then the next year they want to go be full part of it, and then they end up in a lug, and they end up being part of it. They end up bringing a display eventually. Like it's all gateway stuff, man. Let me tell you, I've
They
been
end
an
up
attendee. And
grappling, they end up doing duel the plates, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
There's an attendee right now that's going to own the company someday. That's what I turned into. And I will say for like for the chill aspect of it, it is very busy. There are a lot of people there. And I absolutely understand if you want a more chill convention and that's what turns you off about Brickworld, makes total sense. Go to that other chill convention by all means. We want people to support their home show, go somewhere where they're comfortable. We'd love everybody to come to Brickworld. We understand it's not everybody's cup of tea. Ben, I will say this. I feel like this year, with as much activity as there was in the lobby, the display hall at the end of the night was actually kind of a chill place. It kind of reminded me of some of the older days where I'm just like, there's not a ton of people in here. There's not really any partying going on in the hall, which is, there is a possibility.
That's a great point. I would say, Brent, that after hours in the hall, the amount of people there kind of feels like to me like other shows. It's like a reasonable amount of people, which by the way, you can, once everything's set up, great way to walk the floor, sort of unobstructed.
Amazing way to walk the floor.
Lack of and as a screaming child haver, it's, if you want to do that, not have any of that in your way, that is a good time to sort of take it in and not have to hit the stampede, the bull rush that is opening public day.
100%.
And I think for anyone,
damn, it's a vibe.
Oh yeah, and I mean, for anyone who might think that I'm probably going to be sleeping by that time, and it's like, first of all, if you've never been, it's like you have no idea how much you're underestimating how much you'll be staying up late. Second of all, like if you're someone that necessarily doesn't love the shoulder to shoulder hustle and bustle type of thing, going to anything you're going to, whether it's concerts, conventions, whatever, the late night in the hall is seriously those are where some of the best memories I have are, just because it's so peaceful. If you're someone that you want to get away from the hustle and bustle, literally is the best time to walk around and walk the floor and look at everything.
100%.
It's the best time to do it all, to really take all that stuff in, whether it's taking footage or pictures.
I just thought of another angle. We were talking about the wonderful mock community that makes up Mark. We didn't get a percentage. I was saying 95%, so let's just go with that. You probably know the actual number, but that is 90% of the show floor there, plus at least.
You could maybe say that it's like 97% vendors.
I don't even know.
Only 3% vendors. I mean, there's a decent amount of vendors.
I don't know, man. If you put all those, if you put everything that wasn't mocks into you could fit it all into one little corner, is what I'm saying. I don't want to get into that. My point is, here's another take on late night stuff. Mark, especially in the early nights, your Wednesdays, your Thursdays, a lot of these really talented creators are in there and building their mocks. This would be a good time. I don't know the culture as well, but I feel like if somebody's putting something together and you're kind of up and coming or mock curious, we'll say, that'd be a good time to connect with somebody there and just say hey, I'm thinking about doing this next year. Give me some tips and tricks, right? I feel like that would be a very viable thing. If you're just into that, you can go early enough. You see them. It's like seeing the master at work. I mean, we've all been there, I hope, in our lives when somebody's in the middle of putting together like a mural, or something. And you're like, damn, that's awesome. How'd you get into that? I don't know. I'm just thinking of other angles, but regardless of what you're into, you can do that on down to, having beers with the boys, or you could do both. It doesn't matter.
I would say
you could talk to owner and Brickworld master Mark Larson if you want to, while he's setting up or while other people are setting up for him. He will definitely talk to you about the techniques that everyone's using to finish his mock. 100%.
100%. my lug often has to finish my display for me because I'm an optimist. I'm an eternal optimist. I'll get it done. And so at least they ask first before they're like, hey, you left all the parts on the table for us. Can we actually put our hands on them and put your mock together for you? And I'm like, oh, What a great idea. That's so nice of you. I actually did not do that on purpose this year, but everything was laid out and like ready to go. And Crystal was just like, we can see how it goes together. Do you want us to do it for you? And I was like, yes. Yes, I would love
Yes,
that. Thank
please.
you.
Yes.
And by the way,
What
I should have remembered too, more tangibly when I was given my examples of people putting stuff together on the floor, which by the way, depending on how far behind they are, they might not have a lot of time to chit chat, but there are
True.
also workshops, Mark, which are dedicated times for that, where if somebody wants to build trees, I think we saw one on there. All kinds of subsets, all kinds of subsets of different courses, etc., workshops you can take specific to mocks. I would say that's a large percentage of those as well.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, I got distracted checking the numbers here. And there are several workshops where there's a fee. Yeah, exactly. There are a number of workshops where you get the pieces to build what they're demonstrating. Two notable ones I would say is the GBC workshop set, and then the Bethany Wright's minifigure movement workshops, where she puts together a set that she's going to teach you how to build during the workshop. Same with the GBC one, and show you the techniques, show you how gearing works, and show you how Ben's got one right there. I actually have one right here too, except I took the figure off of it, so I could just show you that it goes back and forth without a figure in it. Tons of stuff like that there to do. If you are someone who hasn't mocked yet, there are plenty of opportunities to pick people's brains and come up with inspiration and techniques and tutorials from all the other AFOLs who are there. So here's the update. We have sold 330 badges so far in just 1 hour, and the hotel room block is 80% full at this point. At this point last year, we had already sold out a Wednesday night. So I think we did a good job at increasing the number of rooms this year. So there's not an event before us that was taking up the Wednesday night, and we have a higher percentage of the hotel because it doesn't. I mean, because there's a bigger inventory to have the percentage of, because they are done with their construction. So there we go. We're at 80% right now. There's still plenty of room for people to snatch up some rooms. Plenty of registrations still open. My
Probably
goodness.
will be gone by tonight, though. I think so. We'll see.
I think the room block will be booked by the end of the night.
Yeah, at this pace. And by the way, shout out to Maul, and I haven't called it out yet, but now for Matte Black Bricks, we have sort of the Sith version of the band hat. So shout out to Matte Black and Stud Lake. This came. My wife ran it to the room as I was setting up for the show. She goes, "I know this is something Lego. I thought you might need it for the show," and I was like, It is in a way, yeah. So Tuesday is sold out. We're hearing every other day is available. Weirdly, some people only going for one day Tuesday.
Well, I would say we don't have a lot of inventory for Tuesday. So yes, Tuesday, it does look like it's sold out. However, we only have 60 room nights for Tuesday night. So I think a large portion of that was already taken up by staff. So sorry. The show does technically run from Wednesday to Sunday. So that's where we concentrate our room nights. Because if we don't fill a night, if we don't hit, well, actually it's funny. Our contract is if we don't hit 80% of our room block, which we already have, then we're liable for the entire thing, for the remainder. And we've never had that problem. It's called attrition for those of you who want to know. But yeah, Tuesday sold out. Already sold out on Tuesday.
And if you're concerned, plenty of people, like if you haven't booked yet, plenty of people do like a 1 day down the street, and
100%.
then they come up on you just leave your suitcases packed, have a little small, 1 night carry on bag, if you will, and come on down to the Rennie on Wednesday. So plenty of people end up doing that. In fact, there's some people that did even more than a week last week. Some people were like the Saturday before stayed at another hotel for a couple nights. Shout out to Padawan HQ, Mall's Vengeance, Ostiff, and Pockets Master. They all crashed. They were in Chicago by the Saturday before. I think True Squadron was there.
They've set the pace. They've set the bar. Yeah.
They did.
They
all buddied up in a hotel like 2 days before Monday.
Pre-ready.
Yeah, they Yeah, they set the tone early.
They're posting
Part of the
videos
pre-Renaissance, if you will.
on Sunday of them running through the Renaissance. I'm like, I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, no, they went there just to like be like, we're here. No one else is, but we're here. But I love that though, because last year, man, there was a lot of people. I mean, I had a lot of fun in 24. But there was a lot of attendees saying that 25 this year was their favorite Brickworld ever. And I mean, I could 100% see that. It's very close for me for last year and 24, just because I had so much fun 24. But yeah, they definitely, all those guys set the tone early. It was very cool to kind of see those guys, you know, keeping the energy high, getting good vibes out there before the
getting
week
you warmed
really
up
got
for
started.
us. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
exactly.
The pregame. We do have a couple.
Yeah, they
supers
did.
we want to give you.
They pretty much pre-gamed for the whole week. Yeah.
Lifetime Brickworld convert, Ostif's Brick. Shout out to Ostif.
Yeah.
284 days till Monday landing. He gets in on Mondays. 289 till the big day, which is public day, and 0 days till we get the rooms. So stoked. I love you all. Give me Dale, please. This one's rising in the charts. Here is an individual who gets upset at Lego and some of their practices.
Ever see a thing damn near flawless? Then somebody bitches. It's bad regardless. The head, the torso, all looking great. But then you get to the legs, hold on, wait. Lego did what they could, but it's time to get scolded by a critical bastard named Dale Molded. Dale is a simple man, just wants Lego to give a damn. Before that big is shit, before you get to hold it, it needs to be Dale Molded, Dale Molded, Dale Molded. And before you get to hold it, better be Dale Molded.
Dale Molded.
Such a good
Genius.
song, dude. That gets stuck in my head
personally
all the
can't
time.
wait to see the boys wearing the Lego shirt. It's gonna be so epic. I need to get one of those immediately.
That instead of the Dino song that we sang walking through the halls while Shy Time is My Time randomly
You
started
ever
filming
see
us,
a fig damn near flawless?
we're gonna be singing "Dale is a simple man."
Yeah. Just wants Lego to give a damn. From all the way across the Atlantic in Australia.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the
Damn.
inaugural Bearded and Tyler meet. I can't wait.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be Worlds Collide. Take it away, Brett.
Oh, sorry, I don't have my laptop. Let me get closer here so
Okay.
I can read. No, you're good. Effing excited is an understatement. Bearded to the Rennie, locked in for BW 26, baby.
Yes.
Chicago, I'm coming for you. Bearded, I can't wait, dude.
Seriously.
That's one of my favorite things about Brickworld is seeing attendees come for the first time,
Yeah.
and
That long haul.
also seeing two people meet each other at Brickworld for the first time who have been talking to each other for years and years and years through the online Lego community, and seeing people like meet for the first time in person at Brickworld is like the best. That's another reason why that's like small things like that. That's why you want to show up on like Tuesday to see all those kind of inaugural meetups from a lot of people. And
I'll never
even see
forget-
it.
I'm
What's
going to
up?
give you a
Sorry.
choice on that one, since he didn't say, or we could ask Bearded, but I'm going to give you a choice. We got a couple of newer ones to choose from. We go Marketplace Moms or Lego Butt. What do you want to hear?
In celebration of the fact that we have now seen the butt on the new Death Star,
Death Slice.
it's an underwhelming butt, but we've seen it. Let's do Lego butt.
I want to see that not that Lego bed. I want to see that not that Lego bed. Looking good on that box star check. One more finger, boys need to inspect. Front's up, heater, but the back could be a wreck. Turning it around and I mean no disrespect.
Look at the butt on that thing. There you go. We did in fact see the tuchus, if you will, on that Death Star. You're definitely going to want to press that one against
Death
the wall.
Slice. Yeah.
that slice. But yeah, big news day today with that. Obviously, the full reveal was out there, and lots more to come on that. In fact, oh, there goes. Okay. In fact, we have a quick programming note, Brent, and I feel like a lot of people are going to think perhaps hell has frozen over, but we have a programming note for 1 week from tonight. Look at that! Look at that dog. 1 week from tonight, the debut, the first appearance ever, has hell frozen over. David from Solid Bricks Studios will be on ACOB next week. He's going to be uncensored. We're going to talk Star Wars Land, maybe some other stuff. We don't know yet fully what's going to be discussed. You know me, I like to instigate a little bit of stuff, but David, Solid Brick Studios, will join the show right here next week. That is not going to be one that anybody's going to want to miss. First time appearance of David. Met him at Brickworld, I think 2 years ago. Expressed some interest
24,
there.
24, yep.
24. He would like to join the show, and that's awesome. It's definitely been one we've wanted to have on. It's been on the list for quite some time, and going to be a major broadcast next week. I look forward to that. So tune in on 9/11, which is always weird to say, next week. And David will be joining the show. Yeah.
It's our first time that we've had, a brand new guest who's, I would say a bucket list guest for sure, Sean. I mean, like, I remember when we first started out, you have this long kind of laundry list of, names you want to get on the pod. And definitely a bucket list get for sure. There's only a few left. I mean, we got to get Jang.
We got Rich's Bricks that we need to get. And
we need to get Tyler's dad. We need to get Jang.
And Jang, I know you.
There's some other ones.
I know Jang, you're out there privately watching. It's okay.
Lurking.
You're lurking, Jang, but we're
Dude,
going
to
get
get Jang to come pull up to Brickworld one of these years, bro.
I know. I invite him every year, and he says he says he's too busy with his. He posts a lot. I don't know.
Let's be clear. Jang is invited every year, if you invite him or not.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
God, I would love to get Jang. I would love to get Jang in there, dude. Even if Jang pulled up for a day, dude, it'd be so sweet.
You just got to watch Jang, make sure he doesn't get too far on a fun hole tangent, since he's quarter of them lately. I don't know anyone else who is, but got to watch that.
Jang, we're trying. Everybody say what up to Jang.
Yeah, we're actively trying to get Superman to Brickworld.
David Cornsweat.
Take David Cornsweat or our friend Henry Cavill. We'll take either one or both if they want to come.
Speaking of check out the butt.
Yeah.
All right. Super butt.
Can't promise they'll be there, but we're trying.
PNG also saw that he locked it in earlier, so great to see PNG lock it in next year. One of my favorite dudes to be around. But the cooler is coming back. He wants to let us know, boys. So that Yeti cooler is making its return. So
clutch.
It's kind of one of those if you know things. But yeah, one of the legendary stories from over the past few Brickworlds. So I'm excited to have him. I'm just so excited. Like before I hopped in here, just reading through the chat, like seeing all the familiar names that we're locking it in for next year, and some new ones as well, man. It gets you hyped. It's crazy because after like the first 2 to 3 weeks after Brickworld, like we're recapping it on the show, and to the point of pretty much being a dead horse. Yeah, I mean, I end up feeling bad in my head for the people that missed out. It's like, man, I know those that have severe FOMO and hate that they missed out on Brickworld. Got to hear us all talk about it, but so much to unpack after a week. And then, I mean, we really only kind of chill out on the Brickworld hype for a couple months, and then from this point on, I mean, we're back in it because that countdown. Shout out to Austin. Every single week he puts that countdown in there. And very soon it's going to be sub 200, and then it's going to be sub 150, and then that 100 days until Brickworld, it gets there quick. It
flies by.
Yeah.
But we got PNG with the 5-piece. Brent, let's throw Marketplace Moms, one of the new hit singles here, and this is of course it's really paying respect. Ben, I don't know if you've seen this one, but we're paying respect to the moms who, when their kids go away to college, they decide to jump on Facebook Marketplace and unload all their treasures at a very reasonable price.
Yeah, she was just a mom, cleaning out a room. She found some dusty boxes, she knew just what to do. Puts makeup on her face and lists it all on Marketplace. My son will never mind, it'll all go to waste. I bought your collection, had a place. Fashion didn't use protection. Took your sets, made her sweat. Cloud City, Boba Fett. Marketplace moms, go.
Yeah.
Look at this. We got
Ben
two
and Brent.
two deserters at one time.
So I got a stat here for you. It is 285 days, 17 hours, 38 minutes, and 50 seconds away from opening Brickworld 2026.
Opening ceremony.
No, that would be registration. The registration opened opening up at noon on Wednesday.
You were saying something earlier about that. You were kind of like it's a when we get around to it thing, but now that's become its own like ceremonial event as well.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it used to be like people would trickle in. Like we'd just leave the door open and be like, "Oh, do you want your registration? Let me walk you over there." And now people show up at noon. People get started. Yeah, standing room only for sure. We got to manage that line. We got to alphabetize
You've done a nice job, by the way. Well, but we're all collectors too. People want the new. It's become an event because people want to get their hands on that badge, man. And that's something we haven't talked about either. You get a brick built badge. Finest in the game.
Somebody in the Griff gang here and the Tainted. We got both of them going. Asked is what color is the brick badge this year? The answer is, drum roll please, I don't know, because
I thought you were gonna say pink because you're wearing pink.
I wish.
Benjamin from Benjamin Bricks will be there. Okay.
So I have that's one of the ways that Lego supports us is we get basically a lug bulk order for the show. And so this year I placed our order for the stuff we normally get for the show, and because it all happened very late this year, they're doing some change over there in their what do you call it? Their community team. We didn't have the opportunity to have anyone else check what I was ordering. I did it sometime between midnight and 3 a.m. on like March 14th or something like that. And I left out the badge bricks. And so now I've got to now I got to source those on my own. And I think because the theme for this year is such great heights, I was thinking about going to blue with white. I would love to choose lavender. It's a little exorbitant at this point. I would love to choose dark red. I would love to choose some of the other colors that came up here, but I think we're going to go with some basic colors this year because they're going to be a little bit harder to. We need them in the tens of thousands in quantity. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more responsible with that this year, and we'll see what it ends up being. And as soon as we are able to get those sources. I have a meeting tomorrow with somebody. Hopefully they'll be able to help us out. And we'll see what the color of the brick badge is. Stay tuned. Find out what color that brick badge is going to be. Right now we have we have last year's up there as a placeholder because you can order your pre-order merchandise. You can order that now to pick up at the show. Engraved brick badge is one of them. I know a lot of people are going to wait to see what the color is before they decide to buy it. I've got my favorite already. I've got the dark turquoise brick badge. I don't have a tendency to wear it though, because I hug people and I give badge breaking hugs. So
badge breaking hugs.
Yeah. We can't go badge to badge, that. Mark. You know what I mean?
I do know.
I'll be right back. I might have a
get front bump. Okay.
Package.
Let
me go check.
All right. We got another one in here. What did he say? He's going to do something.
He might have a matte black brick package.
Okay, 12 years going.
I know that guy.
8 years volunteering. Bam Crest Hill. Good to see you. Love Brickworld. Definitely worth going to over any show in the U.S. So much to do. Probably didn't know they were walking into such a thing, Mark, but we got to throw them something here. You think he'd be into dinos? Who doesn't like dinos?
Yeah.
I just want to know how they feel. Are they dark? Are they white? Are they healthy? Do they bite? Take me to your room for reasons only I know. Don't show me your roots. I just want to see your dinos. Oh,
Mark, the first time you saw that and you popped up, like what went through your head? Were you like honored to be a part of it or terrified?
Oh, absolutely. No, I absolutely honored to be a part of it. I didn't understand why. And then I just realized you were going for like impressed faces or like different reactions.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I definitely
I don't know,
have
I
a
had
reaction
a
face.
toolbox. Yeah, I had a toolbox. I think you hate that picture.
I'm not crazy about it because my hair's a little
I don't
bonkers,
think
but
hate's
yeah,
the word. There's not much
I'm
you
fine
actually
with
hate.
it.
You're like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
okay
but
with
I
it.
remember at one point you're like, I remember at one
Where'd
point
you-
you're like, I don't love that picture.
I'm like, where'd you get that? I think I
the
probably
first time-
sent it to you.
I think the first time you were on as like an official guest, I was like, "Can
Yeah.
you send me a headshot?" And that's what you sent, or
And I'm
maybe
like,
you
"Fine."
did, and I just grabbed one. Who knows?
Yeah,
There you
like
go.
it might have been a
Ooh, we
still
can
from
use that one.
a live stream. Whatever.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
So Cody
Um,
psyched me out. He's like, "You might have a package," and I went all the way outside, and there was no package.
Take it
So
anyways.
Cody, if you're
Oh.
listening,
it might be one of
you
these
made me.
bad.
You
boys,
made.
dude.
I
Probably
know.
what it
I'm
is.
like, I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
I'm assuming it is because I just got mine right before the show. So, like,
Oh.
this was a freshie unboxing like 3 minutes before we went on. So, there you go. All right, Mark. Any other Sports Center updates?
Yeah, sure. I can get you one here. Well, first of all, it's now 285 days, 17 hours, 33 minutes, and 59 seconds until Brickworld opens. Let's check out first I got logged out of that. So let's check out our how many badges have sold. 367 badges have sold. And let's see. Pass key. Gotta log back in. Doesn't like if I just sit there. I've been refreshing it. Let's see. We're at drum roll. Please don't bother because it's going to take me a while to get to be drum rolling forever. Come on, load, baby. God, 83% of the hotel room block is booked at this point. 83%.
Dude.
Consider
That is
yourself
7.
lucky if you still haven't got it and you're about to, because
Yeah.
17% left.
1,168 room nights booked. 235 more available. That's a small portion of the people who are going to be attending the show. So apologies to those who are not getting the hotel room on the first day. Hopefully stuff will open up. And like we said, you got to call Jennifer at the
Lock is locked in, guys.
ready?
Brick lock is here.
Brick
Love you too,
lock.
brother.
Nice.
Lock
Love
is
you, sir.
locked.
Yeah, absolutely.
The heavy of Brickworld. All right, guys, I got to do a daddy-o bedtime thing. Can you hold it down for a
Cool.
bit?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
All right.
What's up, Brent?
Dude, what's up? I'm
Not
excited,
much,
man.
man. I know it's
Typical-
it's quite a day here. A lot of work went into this day.
Yeah, typically it's so weird. Like like streaming with the sun up is like very strange because
Yeah.
before we always started at 9. We used to start at midnight. I can't believe we
What?
did that at one point. Yeah, because Sean
Yeah.
was West Coast, so it was
Yeah.
like 9. It was 9 o'clock for him, but
Are you on the East
midnight
Coast
for
now?
me. He is, yeah.
What about
I've
you? Where are
always-
you?
I've always been East Coast. Yeah, I drive to Brickworld.
Okay.
I'm Ohio, so I'm like 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
we do a midnight Eastern stream on Wednesday nights for Animal
Yeah.
Crossing. And that's tiring for me, man. We did that last
Oh, yeah.
night. I went for 3 hours instead of the typical 90 minutes. Just
Yeah.
because I was in a mood. We've been putting a lot of work in, and I just kind of got lost in like escapism land. And
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, doing the live stream on Sundays, we always do it 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. your time. And yeah, it's weird when summer rolls around and like the sun is out as the stream
Yeah.
starts. As you can see, it shines through this window back behind me. Now that's the
Yeah.
alley, so like
Yeah.
that's eye level with the street there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a little bizarre. So I take it you're coming to Brickworld this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
the
was gonna
most
say.
part. I mean, it's anything could happen, but like,
Yeah.
I'm wanting to, hopefully.
Yeah,
So-
relatively in a
Yeah. Yeah.
new job. You got a toddler in the other room. I would
Yeah.
say when we were talking earlier about like first time meets. There are many people I'll never forget the first time I met them. From this year, I would say the most significant was meeting Maul for the first time since we had been on so
Yeah.
many panels together. And I walked around the corner and saw his face, and we were both like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh!" I remember meeting you for the first time. I was like, you weren't wearing your glasses, and I was like, "Oh,
No.
well,
Yeah.
this is what Brent's face looks like."
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, last
That's
year
fantastic.
it's funny. I think Tyler coined the term, but like you know, and the kind of, I don't know how long they've been doing this magazine for, but the Double XL magazine, they always have like a freshman list of like new rappers in the game, like up and coming rappers. And so Tyler was like, the Double XL freshman list for Brickworld 25 was stacked because like we had Maul, we had Padawan, we had Sigsby.
Oh, Padawan was there. Yeah.
There, I mean, everyone from across the pond. Not
Sigsby.
everyone from across the pond, but like,
yeah,
you know, like Coolhan and Whittaky,
yeah.
Slurpee, all everyone coming over from across the pond. So yeah, there was a lot of awesome first time attendees to
100%
to meet up with last year. Do we know
Hmm?
if that go-kart thing is going to be up and running by Brickworld?
Actually, it's a good question. I can check right now and see if it's open. It's with the Mario Andretti experience. But I mean, they've been working on it for a while now. I mean, they put enough work into it where I feel like it should be open. Let's see, Mario Andretti Schaumburg. Let's see. And I cannot tell, but I will do a little bit of research once you have other people to talk to. So I'll get lost for a minute. Yeah, it's not up on their website yet. So we will see. Eyeing summer.
All right. That'd be awesome if it was. And even, I mean, like, I rant and rave all the time about
facility, man.
How much. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, I love thing I love about Brickworld, like obviously like the Renaissance is beautiful being attached to the convention hall and everything, but just the surrounding hobbies or surrounding activities. I mean, I should say, we get a little too busy. I feel like me and Sean now to try to do medieval times every year, but I mean, medieval times we've done. I've hit up Top Golf with some friends. We wanted to do some like mini putt at some point. I think some of them are a little farther away, but just, I mean, and I haven't even talked about the food. So, I mean, if we're about to have go-karts like right outside the door, right across the highway, there's Top Golf, right just down the street, there's Medieval Times. I mean, there's so much stuff to do in that surrounding area. Like, it's just one of my favorite places. A lot of people like to go, you know, they like to go on vacation to different areas, and then some conventions out there, they go to a different spot every year. But I really I like the familiarity of going back to the same spot.
From running the show perspective, I can't imagine building a new relationship with a venue
every year.
Oh, that'd drive me insane. And that's one of the things that I think it makes Brickworld successful is our relationship with the staff. The staff there is amazing, and they really like us. And so it's kind of like if we had to start that relationship over every year, man, I don't know if I could do it. Like this Mario Andretti experience is gigantic. They could have built us a bigger hall instead of this stupid go-kart thing. I mean, come on, City of Schaumburg. You need more convention center space there. That's what you need. You need another convention center with more hotel rooms above it. That's what we need there in Schaumburg. And that would do well in the Chicago suburbs. I mean, because the other options we have in Chicago are all union places. We had somebody, I know a lot of people have talked about moving to a bigger space. And I've always said, and if you listen to CPA's stream, he kind of breaks it down, like what it would take to move to Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont. Now, I had one of our staff members is a member of a lug that did a show at Donald E. Stevens a couple weeks ago. And the way the unions wanted to, they control the dock much differently than they control the dock. We have a union dock master at the Renaissance, but it's much different with like the hours are very strict. What they can do, how many times they can go in and out is very strict. And then they didn't have the dock when they were loading out. So they had to carry everything across the lobby. And the lobby of the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center is like 0.8 miles. So they had to hand carry everything because they're not allowed to use carts on the carpet in the lobby. And so they carry everything, leave their cart by the door, and then carry it all the way to the cart, and then take the cart to the car from there. It's just like it becomes untenable after a while moving to a bigger space. This place, I mean, that's one of the reasons we cap the badges at 2,000 is because we don't want to outgrow that space. We want to be able to stay there for the rest of the life of Brickworld because it is such a nice venue and because of the good way in which we're treated by the staff. I think it shows in how well because if we're not, if we have a venue staff that's like uncooperative with us or difficult to work with, that trickles down. It would show in your experience. So I think with that in mind, I think it shows in everybody's experience that we have very good support from the staff there.
Yeah, this huge shout out to the Renaissance staff. I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, they put up with the craziness of us, and you know, they always come through with anything you need. Like Sean said, I don't know if there really is a Jennifer, but yeah, if you have any
There's
issues,
not.
you know, I know I almost threw out. Yeah, you know, talk to Chauncey. He'll get you fixed up.
I know
Almost
some
threw
of their
that one out
names,
there.
but I just don't want to throw out the real ones just in case they're like, okay,
Oh yeah,
we're getting like 20 calls a week looking for
Yeah.
blank, looking for Jennifer, which they
Yeah.
might still get and be like, sorry.
Yeah. Well, and
That was a
I
fake person
love,
we made up.
yeah, I love the hominess of going back to the Renaissance every year, and
Yeah.
just the area of Schaumburg,
So
to be
do I.
honest. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many traditions that we've built just around that area at this point. Like, you know, I'm glad to know that it's, you know, it's going to be there for at least the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Because I just love that place. Ostiff, man, he would do his
Ostiff.
call-ins, and he'd just be like, "Yeah, you know, I'm just
Oh my
calling to
God.
let you know how much we appreciate you, and we'll be returning again for Brickworld Chicago next year." And it's so funny because like you kind of tell like, you know,
They're
they're
like,
answering.
okay.
Well, they're answering the phone all day with people with like problems, like I
Yeah.
need to get this and da 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 da. And he's like, "I'm just calling to let you know how much we appreciate you guys year in and year out for Brickworld Chicago, and I'll be back in 2026." And they're
Oh,
like,
God.
"Oh, okay, great, thanks."
That's awesome. Well, and there's like just that like that home feeling. Like there's certain spots in the Renaissance where I feel like, all right, Brickworld is in full effect because I'm in this specific area. One of which is the bridge that goes over the Schaumburg Ballroom lobby.
Yeah,
Like I love going that way. I don't go that
Yeah.
way very often anymore because I tend to have a tendency to take the back hallway just so I can make it to the hall quickly without being stopped. No offense to anybody who wants to stop me. I love to be able to, but there's times where it's like it's just more convenient if I'm not stopped on the way. But that bridge, it was used like they filmed a portion. There's a series on HBO called Station 11, and they filmed a portion of that series at the Rennie. And when they
Oh,
got to
wow.
the first scene from the Rennie, they were on that bridge, and I was like, oh my God, it's the Rennie.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And so like again and again, they go back to this certain location. And I'm just like, I'd be like, that's this. And Matt's like, will you shut up? It's like, I'm really invested in the show. And he's like, so I'd start pausing it and be like, that's this area, the Rennie.
I swear, man, someone needs to, and I know it's probably been done on, you know, various other maybe smaller scales. How
Yeah.
crazy would it be if somebody just did a full-on mock of the Rennie and just had like, and just made it literally humongous and like
Yeah.
put that bridge in there.
A
You
minifig
could
scale mock.
take and a minifig scale Rennie, and think
Yeah.
about it. Everyone that has their sig figs,
Yeah.
you know, drops a sig fig by the table,
Yes.
and literally you populate the lobby with everyone's sig figs. You could do
So,
the
like-
hall. You can do the hall and have like little miniature, like kind of advent calendar size builds throughout the hall
Yeah.
and everything. Oh,
Sounds to me
man.
like you want to build your first mock there, Brent.
On that scale, I don't know.
That's
I
quite a-
definitely I say it every year, and I really,
Yeah.
really like. I need to just commit and at least do something small. You know, like Ostiff, he brought like a very small, like it would be comparable to like, you know, like a $30, you know, kind of diorama set when he brought his Camino, like Boba Fett's apartment build.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like I saw
that. I didn't realize it was him.
Yeah, well, and I feel like that's a great kind of entry point to get into bringing a mock to a convention. If you start small and then, you know, as you get more comfortable every year, you know, you bring something slightly bigger and slightly bigger. So
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe I'll build the Rennie the best I can in a small scale, and then
Hell
you know,
yeah. And then
learn
build it up
some
exactly. It's a
and then
gateway once again.
Maybe
Yeah.
27. I build a full scale Rennie. I mean, I'm talking like I want the freaking water fountain out front.
Yes.
Maybe even the food trucks
the
outside.
toilet lid water fountain. Yes, we need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So Sean came onto our show, and Ben and I challenged him because we were going over some of the new Star Wars products, and he he said it'd be easy to just do this, and I'm just like, well, modification is the gateway to mocking. So I'm like, are you gonna modify that set and bring it to Brickworld this year? And we challenged him to do it, and he said he put it on his list or something like that, and he didn't. We didn't give him too much pressure about it, but like that's a good place to start too. If there's a Lego Star Wars set that you really like, but you're like, but it'd be better if this, like, make those modifications and see what sort of techniques you start seeing, how it makes your mind move in different ways. You can become a mocker one of these days if you want to be. You don't need to be.
I've modified a couple Lego sets. I added a light brick into the lava on the on the Vader's castle.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like, man, how cool of a feature would have been if Lego would have just done this anyway with a little light brick like to illuminate the lava. So I did that, and then the landing gear on the Mandalorian starship, I modified the landing gear on that. And like, funny enough, that was before shorts were like really popular, but when I did I did a short on like, how I modified my landing gear on my, Mandalorian starfighter, and it like got the most views out of like any other short I ever put out there. Sean, I'm talking about how one day I think I want to make a minifig scaled Rennie, and that'll be my mock, the full on Renaissance, like have a freaking convention hall. And the lobby, think about this, like everyone that has their sig figs, all the sig figs you put in the lobby of like people hanging out and everything. It'd be awesome.
I mean,
I would just start with that. Why don't we start with the lobby?
Diorama of the lobby? Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I could start with the lobby.
That.
You're talking about.
I gotta go check on my son real quick. Sorry, I was waiting for you guys to get back.
You're good. Dropping. I say, and Ben, if he wants to get that started and he wants to come on our show and we can like give him some pointers and he can show us his progress, that's exactly what we do on our show.
It is exactly what we do. Yeah. And this year, the last couple of years, I haven't done any presentations. I have done some in the past, but we've had a lot of, fuss over like building trees. So it might be a thing that we do this year, or I do, is tree building, because it's sort of become a thing for me. Here's another one here. That I've spent a lot of time doing recently to try to bring some of the castle mocks to life. These, you can build trees in Star Wars too. With plenty of trees.
Certainly can.
Might be one of the activities I do this year.
Maybe if somebody stopped putting so much work on your plate.
Well, it's usually just random stuff though. So I can get slotted in. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think so. We'll definitely leave some time open for you in your busy schedule.
Well, you can catch us Sundays regardless, and we talk about what we're building every week.
Liam, so it's just, do you need to make stickers and sig figs? You don't have to. Just it's part of the culture. A lot of people do.
A lot of people do,
and they trade them, hand them out. It's a nice, depending on how crazy you get with your sig figs.
Definitely not a requirement.
Low cost way to you can do it from existing pieces instead of going custom. There's different ways to do it, but yeah, what's cool is you can leave with a gang of sig figs, like we got Ostif here, for example.
Nice.
Which is
I got one of those. Yeah.
So
I've got one here from Helm Graphics.
This is from
Alex
Hawkeye Lego Man.
Lego Man. Alex Neer, who does the graphics for Brickworld. Here's his sig fig. He gave me one a couple years ago.
Tiger. Is Girthlug making an appearance? Yeah, man. When you register, if you want to put that as your lug, we started that last year. There's quite a few Girthlug members.
That came up during our.
Yeah, did it? There. Were you going to allow this? What is this?
Yes, it came up during our staff retreat for opening registration. He's just like, we got people in here that were putting in Girthlug, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's Sean's chat, and he's just like, yeah, it's like it's a little questionable. I'm like, no, it's not. It's girthy sets, man.
Yeah.
There's much worse words than girth out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's in the English lang. We didn't do anything. It's just a fact. We like it girthy. I don't know what we'll say.
Right.
Show the Great Heights logo. It's incredible.
I can do that. I can either send it to you or I can share my screen.
Share your screen if you have the option.
Yeah, give me a moment. I will open that up in just a second. Talk amongst yourselves in the meantime.
Yeah, Liam, and then other people trade sticker, or you can just not do anything, So we're not moist lug. That's true. We could have been moist lug.
Yikes. We're tainted lug,
Chicago Brickworld staff retreat. Ban girth lug. No.
That was kind of the conclusion. It If I hadn't been in the room.
Well, then we would have pivoted to the band lug. And then what are you going to do then?
The band, yeah. That's why I don't
lug.
want to wear that hat at the show, because I'm afraid people think I'm walking around banning people.
There you go.
We don't do that very often. You got to do a lot to get banned from Brickworld.
You have to do almost nothing to get banned from our chat, though.
That's true. Ask Jazzy Viking Bricks.
We
Nicole's
were going to be bringing you Girl Bricks a Lot branded deodorant this year as a memento.
Interesting.
Because a lot of people need deodorant when they're at the con, and they forget
that's what she's trying
how much
to say. Yeah.
blood, sweat, and tears goes into nerding out for several days in a row. I can't have that much stuff in my Chicago folder already. Oh, yep, I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Nicole responded to me, but she put up a Instagram video the other day about the Wolfpack Tower, and I was, she just elevated her coolness factor about 45%. Yeah, she
check that
added
out.
a little apartment underneath.
Are people still doubting? Hold on, Mark. You haven't informed. People are still doubting Nicole's coolness. This should have been over.
There's
no. He said
it's where Nicole already was. It just upped it.
Yeah.
That's Wolfpack Tower, man.
She's been a guest on our stream several times.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she went from like A+ to A double plus. Yeah.
She's a frequent guest on our stream. She does
sorry,
Lego Crimes episodes with us.
Dive in front of. Okay. Wow, it says a lot.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. We all want to be as cool as Ben. Shout out to Supa out there.
What's up, Supa Hawk?
We need like a coordinator's sub name. You know what I mean? Supa.
Yeah.
Work on
our own group.
We need a fun name. It's just so
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys are like in that limbo area.
It's very stiff,
Y'all got a lot of work to do.
We could just we got to come up with a cool nickname, Supa. I need a Mexico plug for the mall torso and legs. Well, a lot of them all. You met several of them at Brickworld. So picking up the hint.
Yes, I got the artwork down in the green room for you.
All right.
Brand's hands up. There it is. Pew! There it is.
There we go.
Let's give it a
in Photoshop
solo layout. Yeah.
There we go. That is Alex Neer's work. If you want to contract him, he's at Helm Graphics on Instagram. Really talented guy. Does all of our graphic design stuff around Chicago. He designs the program. He is the person who designed our mascot, the Brickles. And he does our artwork for the program as well. And this is this year's. I think he's really upped his game this year. Very minimalist sort of designer, but he's like, I'm going to do something more inspiring. And he certainly has. I do love this.
Is this falling upwards, Mark? Is that what's happening here? You hear that term. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He bases this off a specific artwork. I'm not sure if it's from a video game or something. I don't know if anybody out there recognizes it. But it is a very cool image and captures our theme very well. Such great heights. Not only are we encouraging people to build
it's a
tall
program.
So
Am I looking at the program or no?
You're looking at the cover of the program.
On the cover of the program. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recognize the dimensions. It's like, okay.
We want people to aspire to their greatest abilities. And
we need a poster of that, Mark. People can get that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I guess people sign the
100%.
other thing like a yearbook too. Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
Barley.
Sure. They can sign both.
Speaking of stickers, should they hand out influencer alley stick? You know what? That name is getting tossed around so much, Mark. I think we should we tried to kill it off. I think we bring it back now just to be dicks.
Yeah, I exactly. I kind of like that name. Yeah, because I think it's important for people to remember those content creators out there, no matter the size of their audience, they do have influence. And it's with great power comes great responsibility. So I do think people need to remember that the things they say have influence and have impact. So Influencer Alley is a good name for me, man. I
don't know. People
totally
even hate it ironic. I don't know. People hate it ironically too, but
yeah, perfect. Yeah, then let's definitely keep it going.
He's paying double duty. He's doing a double kid watch while trying to host the show. So we get how tough that is, dude. And it was definitely an earlier show. Shout out to Brent from Brent's Bricks.
Yeah, definitely happy to see him here tonight.
Have every program.
Oh, nice. That's awesome, Mark Bricks.
Bad influence. It's like a park area name. Don't kill it. All right. Well, we'll see. But look, I think regardless, you could call it the Chicken Sandwich Club. Either way, I mean, like, we're gonna have people there covering the show. I just like, if people don't understand that just helps put word out and gets more people to go to Brickworld. I mean, for example, in our little corner of the universe here, we've got a poll going, and this is over the course of the night. 50% of the people, it ebbs and flows, but 50% of the people, and we've probably peaked at around 100 and something tonight, have said that they're going to Brickworld. So if we can chip in 50, I don't see Brickworld ever turning their back on opportunities like that. It just
100%.
doesn't make logical sense from a business standpoint, nor from just a human being standpoint. How the hell are people supposed to hear about things if they don't go to it?
Yeah.
It's like, if you've never, I heard about it from the first time from somebody on YouTube. I wish I could credit, but actually it was Shy. Shy told me to go to Brickworld.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was Shy. He came on the show.
Love that.
With Brent and I on our 5th episode or whatever, because remember, these people are only elitists and only do we had 5 subscribers. He comes on and says, go to Brickworld. So we did. So it doesn't matter if you're hundreds of thousands or 5 people, just we're telling people to go to Brickworld.
100%.
You know what that is?
You guys a lot. That is. That's right. Don't forget it.
It's the reality, man. Like, fuck. So frustrating. Okay. Some people take it too far. Here we go. De-influencer corner, where she de-influences you from making dumb choices during Brickworld. That's a good idea. Like, we
can make it.
That's cool, Nicole. You should be a de-influencer. Like, do you really need that 10th beer? Do you?
We could. It'll be the opposite corner of the room. If you need the angel on your shoulder, you walk over to Nicole. If you need devil on your shoulder, you walk over to Bandman. Sean,
Nicole,
over in the opposite corner.
We need to make shirts that just say, like, go to bed on them. You know what I mean? Go to bed. What are you doing up so late? Can I get a poster? Yeah, I mean,
looks like we need to add posters. Yeah, 100%. I'll start talking to printers.
Why not?
Need a travel agent to sort you out a few weeks before Brickworld. Yeah. We got some people that come from Australia too, man. Team B, right?
Yeah, Lego Team B, Crystal, part of our group comes.
Maybe want to hit them up. Yeah, hit them up, Bearded. I mean, I don't know if a travel agent costs more or less. There's usually, I feel like you pay more with a travel agent, but maybe they could get you sorted.
I think Lego Team B was in the chat at some point, or at least somebody mentioned their name. Not sure which. Okay, thought so.
Liam, I need all the beers. There will be plenty of beers. That's
we will buy you beers.
Nobody has to be concerned about. There will 100%. Be beers. It's a leap of faith. It is.
It is. It is. Definitely is.
Did we do any Sports Center updates while I was gone, Mark?
If you could take my screen off, I can get to my.
There's your poster.
I can just stop sharing. Yeah, thank you.
I'll do it.
Perfect. Yeah, I can stop sharing myself. Let's see. Continue. So we are at, start with the hotel room block because it was about to expire on me. We're at 87% of the hotel room block. I think last time we checked, we were at 85. And then so far, we have sold 389 badges. So we're 89 up from the last hour. No, I'm sorry. We're 120 up from the last hour. So yeah, that's clipping along at a great pace there. And who knows where it'll be by the end of the night. Let's see the record from last year. Again, I'll have to look here. We sold last year on the first night. At the end of the day, we were at 478. So we're 100 away from breaking that record. So damn. This is fantastic. Thank you everybody for the support. Thank you for the faith, as it were, that we're going to run a good show. We are doing our best to make it even better this year. I hate saying that even. We do get a lot of feedback that like every year somebody says, maybe a lot of people say that was the best Brickworld yet, and it makes my stomach drop like I'm on a roller coaster because I am. That is kind of my life. Running the show is kind of a roller coaster. But just that, that joyful anxiety I get trying to create the best experience for everybody. And again, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. It really does rely on our the attendees coming running these events, making it a great show, knowing what other AFOLs want to see, sharing their expertise, sharing their resources, reaching out and like really just helping build the community the way we want to. That is our tagline, building community. That is what we're all about. That is what we focus on. That's what Ben and I focus the live stream on, making sure that people out there, if they have questions about how to make an original creation, need inspiration for building an original creation. Ben, we haven't done it for a while, but we have had other people on. It's not always just Ben and my creations that we're critiquing. We brought other people on, looked at their creations. We've had people send us pictures of their creations that Ben and I can go over in the stream. And I really just want to give people the tools and resources they need to make the most out of their Lego life. And that's what Brickworld, again, is all about. Just enhancing what you know, enhancing your network, and building your Lego community the way you want to build it. There's plenty of options there for you to meet people and learn things from all corners of the world.
Damn. I was gonna say couldn't have said it better, but I can't even say that amount of words that are that succinct. So my version, just go.
Yeah,
my version is Brickworld. Come hang with the boys.
Box of Boys. Get your Box of Boys at Brickworld.
Yeah. Box of Boys merch.
I ended up getting so busy this year, I couldn't pick up my Box of Boys set, so I had to have it shipped to me afterwards, even though I was there.
Unbelievable.
But I got it. So that was nice.
What'd you think of the Box of Boys this year?
Well, I need to keep it in the box. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I need that thing mint. Absolutely mint is what I need. So did I get
the concept though that we celebrated Brickworld at Brickworld with a Brickworld set?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that a little meta?
That's how you do it. That is how you do it.
I
don't even know. I could have got a full price Jones the first year. I don't even know. It's still in the box. I could have.
Mark and I's IP negotiations went like this. I said, Mark, we're making a Brickworld set and using the logo. Cool. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm busy. I'm like, okay. That was it.
Yeah, he gives me.
I think I also said
all the time.
I also said you have to say yes because you're going to be the mystery fig. He's well, then definitely that's fine. So,
yeah,
there you go.
My favorite is when I send Mark a text message and then he immediately puts it on Do Not Disturb. So I don't know.
You know what I do? I push. You know what?
So when that happens, I put everybody on Do Not Disturb. That is kind of my life.
Yeah. Well, if he warn't, I can tell when he's super busy and I'll leave him alone. But yeah.
Trying to record this tutorial video, which still is not up. I was like, I had to let the staff know. I'm like, I'm turning off notifications on my phone because I have to record because the phone was just going off like crazy. I was just like, well, why did I even try recording without turning off the notifications? So yeah, I use that feature a lot.
Yes, you do.
Great to see what the next ACOB set drop will be. Yeah, well, we're in the lab, so we already. I almost feel like we have a GirthLink designer program. We have a couple of finalists here, so I don't know. Maybe we put it up for fan vote this year. We'll see.
GirthLink designer program. Come on, GDP.
Yeah.
I mean, GDP. You gotta make GDP shirts, and people have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
that's what makes it so fun. Well, shit, we have the UGS.
Those guys really love gross domestic product. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's awesome.
I got it. Figuring out modifying my badge info. Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to put girth log." So yeah, get in there and get it edited. Yeah. They're not going to print it for a long time.
So and you can edit. You can edit from your portal at any time, like we were talking about before. Edit, add, delete.
Yeah, there are lots of people who have multiple.
Dude, people do want a logo. I think that'd be a little spendy to do a big logo like the Star Wars one. That would be cool though.
Spendy.
It would be expensive to do that set. I think.
Yeah.
Like a big.
Logo. The set. A big logo. Yeah. Oh, build your logo out of. Okay, I see.
We've thought of all that kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
maybe
it's on the list. Like a GirthLug logo. Like someone create a logo. Like graphically.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was conflating that with the set thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing logo means now is a brick.
I'm on meds today. That's all
Sean had a root canal today.
Work done.
Oof. Yeah.
It's brutal.
And with G-Lug's no shorter than ACOP, so But think about that. You'd be G-Lug.
Glug.
That's all you need. Yeah, Glug.
Forgot
it works on so many levels.
We're just the GDP. We're talking about To catch everyone up, we've been talking about Brickworld, Brickworld
Mac.
badge sales, Brickworld memories, Brickworld Colch, Brickworld advice for the first timers, Brickworld advice for the multi timers. For an hour and 55 right now, but
right.
we're getting damn close to 90% of the hotel rooms sold out. We'll check it again here in a bit, but yeah, we're on pace to have a great night here. And Mark, I feel like the link was a lot smoother this year. I remember like I guess it was we had a lot of people had trouble stringing together the full set. You remember that there was a lot of fire drills last year.
I jumped on the phone during the stream last year. This is smoother. Right. We laid a lot of the groundwork. Right. Now
you'd go, damn it, and then you'd hang up.
On our side, my head was kind of exploding right up until the stream started, but that's more because that's how we've taken on a lot on the Brickworld website now that it's been redesigned to manage a lot of that. And when I say we, I mean David Turner. If you guys don't know who David Turner is, I want you to walk up. I want you to find out who that is. Walk up to him at Brickworld Chicago and shake his hand because he does so much he is absolutely reformed how we run everything. And there's so much that he just does so quickly. Really good at getting things organized, really good at getting things automated. And he's just did an amazing job. He took his last 2 days off work to get ready for today, off of his real job to get ready for today. And amazing person, really loves the community, really supports Brickworld, really keeps me in line. I think he saw me buy the company and was like, that guy needs help. And I'm going to get in there and help to make sure that we don't lose Brickworld. And he does at least
all great
a little bit of that every day.
Does he turn things though? Is what Barley wants to know.
Don't know how to.
He turns many things.
Yeah,
he's the computer whiz, the website whiz, all that stuff.
I don't know. Oh, his name is David Turner. Shut up,
Turner. Yeah,
my brain's not ready for puns or dad jokes. Barley Harvest.
Yeah, and his real life job is a trauma nurse, right?
Yeah, his real life job is he's an ICU nurse. Yes.
Yeah, so he loves to save things, including the tech at Brickworld. So there you go.
It was on life support when he got there.
He turned me into a happy boy. I got my Palpy's arrest. Shout out to David Turner on that. He's good at that too. Selling sets.
Wow.
Yeah, multifaceted. All right. Since this is the most professional Lego broadcast in the game, we got to cover at least one set before we roll, and that is going to be
let's do it.
The gingerbread AT Walker.
All right.
This just officially revealed, guys. Stay tuned. I feel like Death Slice has been hit pretty hard today, so we're gonna go, with something a little lighter, a little dessert, if you will. But this is in fact the gingerbread AT Walker, another Brickworld memory. I did pick up my X-Wang from the Yardie right up there. So now we have the second sort of Christmas themed vehicle from the Star Wars galaxy, if you will. And
this one's going to be available. This is available to the broad public.
Yep.
This is just the employee gift.
Yeah. October 1st, and you can pick yourself up a 700 piece AT-AT. Some people have said, it's small. I think in this case, you want it small. I mean, shout out to Tyler who wants it to be 1,500 pieces or whatever. And it's like, man, I'm not going to celebrate this all year long. They made it the size so it can go in a tote and come out when it needs to. Now the Vader, we're going to keep that out and proudly display it all year, I think. But
100%.
Look at
Put that in a brick shell case.
Look at that creamy ginger Vader right there. Look at that cape. Mark.
That cape is money.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I think they learned a lot from that X-Wing, by how popular it was. Even with it just being an employee gift for the X-Wing, people loved it. And there've been lots of crossovers with Star Wars and Christmas and Halloween. The Black Series figures always comes out with like a holiday theme as well. The advent calendars are a big thing. So I guess I will say that this is far more impressive and far more desirable than the stupid holiday Millennium Falcon turkey eating one with the Christmas sweaters they had a couple years ago, which is terrible.
I think it was cooked porg.
Yeah,
and I love. By the way, you pick up. That's why I love doing this and having it on a giant screen and consuming it. Slowly here on ACOB. I just we all kind of scroll through everything, but I'm noticing I love the candy cane turrets and missile launchers on there. I'm just picking up on that. I don't even know if I saw Vader holding a candy cane because I saw him holding a save, but he's got that. He's got the cookie.
The icing on the feet, man.
The icing. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
you want to talk
bow.
about
A little bow
Easter
on the foot
eggs.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A little bow on the foot. Look at that. You're a details guy. We got Christmas
sure is.
lights. I saw that immediately, which that was cool. We got a snow speeder off in the distance. Are we starting a new sub theme here, boys?
I don't see why they wouldn't. If this sells well, just do it.
So we'll get it. I just can't wait till next year when we get a 300-piece snow speeder for 75 and everybody loses their mind.
It's gonna be like, instead of the Winter Holiday Village that they have in the city theme, they're gonna start a Winter Holiday Star Wars theme.
Dude, yeah,
man.
I mean,
they get a new drop every year.
I feel like, I don't know if those are slumping, but they're just not hitting as hard as they used to. You know what I mean? The Winter Village stuff, the last few haven't, to me, captured the imagination like the Gingerbread House or some of the OG ones,
right?
You know?
Yeah,
I mean, I think you run out of iconic. You know,
they had to go back to a train
as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had
iconic settings. Yeah.
So they're like, all right, well, the houses are starting to tumble. We're running out of chalet ideas. Let's go back to the train.
Winter Village garbage dump.
Two different post offices. I mean, come on.
Louise, how many do you need? Letters to Santa.
They re-released
more
the
detail.
The toy store. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting in there with his cocoa, which is nice. You see, he's got a chimney. Oh, he does. He's got a.
He does, and he's got stockings hanging over the fireplace in there.
Love it.
It's a good amount of detail.
Put a flower on that. We need to put a flower on that butt, I think.
Yeah, it needs a bow.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a bow. But yeah, I'm just now noticing the little chimney with care. That's nice. I mean, this is one of those, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like, it proves they can still do this. And I'm going to tell you what, this $60 has been the best price point for Lego this year. I just want to point that out. And I'll tell you why. $60 gave us the Star Wars logo. $60 gave us that tremendous, I think, one of the sets of the year, especially given the value of the Mosasaurus Jurassic Park set. It's the brick built Mosasaurus. You did not feel in the slightest ripped off at $60 for this, for that. And then for this,
that's a good parts count for that. Yes,
that's what I mean. 700 pieces, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, but it's a bunch of little circular tiles and blah blah blah." Well, or dots or whatever. Tough shit. This is a good deal. But everybody does price per piece. It's $60. Okay.
It has an exclusive minifigure in it too, and like people just kind of assume that that's one of the reasons we get that IP tax is because of the minifigures in it. Well, this minifigure is not going to show up anywhere else. At least I don't think so. Don't quote me on that. But with an exclusive minifigure, it's still less than 10 cents per part. That's pretty fantastic and surprising considering it is Star Wars. I think they don't know where to put it yet because they haven't done a Christmas Star Wars set yet. But there we have it. Good value.
So this is one of those dubs. If we're going to bitch about prices, we got to praise. I think 60 for this package is nice,
Agreed.
Okay. What are we thinking on dims? We can look it up, but Mark, Ben, you could probably guess. You guys
I wanted
know
to
stuff scaling and mocks. What do you think on the height on this? What do you think it is?
Do we have pictures of the back of the box? Because they usually put the dimensions on the back of the box.
No, I want you guys to guess.
Oh, you want us to guess? Do we have to guess in centimeters?
Yeah. No, you could do inches.
Oh, okay.
It's on the website.
All right, cool. 8 inches tall?
Feel like we can only do it in stud height anymore. I don't know the dimensions.
All right.
But
all right.
It's clearly a little small on the smaller side.
We don't have specs. Oh,
we don't have dimensions. Should be down somewhere in the description.
There at the bottom. There it is.
9 inches. There you go. Oh, 7.5 high. Here you go.
Oh, 7.5. Oh, I went over.
9 long.
I lost.
Yep. 4 wide.
9 inch long, 4 inch high.
9 inches long, 7.5 inches high. All right. I was close.
It's not a monster, but I think
yeah. Like you said, it doesn't need to be. And again, they're not going to make like a giant AT-AT that's really detailed, but is also a gingerbread house. Doesn't really appeal to a mass audience.
That's what I was going to say.
At least they have to be careful with it.
I think people forget people have spouses that would just simply not allow a 1.5 foot tall AT-AT amongst their religious layout in their living room. It's like, there's no way. Benny, you
Millennium Falcon that's the size of a coffee table.
I wanted to check Sean on this because he said $60 has been the price point of justice this year. So here's some of the things we've got at the 60 price point. We got the
Beautiful.
Game Boy.
Nice.
That
We
could have
job,
been
Ben.
100.
Yeah, we got the Mineral Collection. But
That's
I think
kinda
this
dust,
next
but-
page, well, we'll see. This next page,
I
we've
mean,
got
it's not for
Star
me,
Wars
but I
logo.
mean, if people, I think the Star Wars logo is fantastic at 60. A lot of people want it. You guys covered it. I mean, the story on that one was, and it's so weird. It just shows the dynamic in the community where they're like,
Yeah.
it should have been a hunch like the Marvel and came with figs. And it's like, so you're encouraging them to go up in price. What is wrong with you
Right.
people? Get your own they would have just gave you dust figs
Right.
anyway.
Stop
It's not like
shooting
they were
yourself
gonna
in the
give you-
foot.
They're
Yeah.
like, do you think
It
they're
was
going to give you
iconic.
like a Bumblebee matching Vader to go with it? I mean, come on. Although this
Yeah.
proves they probably could have come out with a black and yellow Vader to go with this. Anyway,
Yeah,
Right.
we were pretty lukewarm on the busts, but the busts are in this range. You
Ben
can
the
get the
Dream
Piranha
Killer.
Plant,
that's
a
a
good
fair
one.
deal on that.
the
All right,
tumbler.
pretend the bust isn't there.
Yeah, the tumbler.
Oh,
We got
God, you're getting into
the medieval
overpriced.
dragon and the Mosasaurus in here.
Mosasaurus, like you said. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
hold on. Yeah, we're coming back with the heat. That Mosasaurus
So we got
is
some good
tremendous.
stuff, man.
Up house is
Right,
The
he's
cute.
good
dragon
too.
is 60. You know what? Let me grab that Mosey. Hang on a second.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll be here.
858 pieces. It's a great set.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the rhinos, but weren't they at the 60ish or maybe? Yeah, there they are. $60
You-
for the rhino.
Now you've seen it. Oh,
it
hey,
is.
Ben, the friend set with the poop.
The camper van.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see here, just like looking at the piece counts, they range from 400-ish to almost 900 pieces in this price range. So you can
Bonkers.
definitely go between value and not value
Oh,
here.
let's check
but
out this
lots of,
Mosey.
lots of heaters.
That
Yeah.
is cool. That's an excellent design.
All prints, not one sticker. You know,
colors
That's
I
excellent.
totally use as well. Dark,
Yeah, that's
the
it seems
olive
pretty
green
s-
and the
oh,
dark
dude,
brown.
when this, that's
Pretty
what I say.
solid.
When this hits clearance and it gets into like the 30s, I could see everybody just picking it up for the parts for sure. But
Yeah. I don't know, we're in
Yeah,
storage bins on the backside here, but
the
lots of good
Wednesday sets, the
stuff.
Bonsai collection, the Droidica.
I've
Wait, are we out of
noticed.
the price range
I'm
now?
just well, but you guys are going like way back in time. I'm mainly saying like this year, and I know the bust was from this year, but like I've just noticed that 60. What was it on Star Wars? I want to say like the 130 price point for Star Wars used to be historically great as well, you know, and that kind of stopped. But you were getting things like you know, the
Yeah.
Razor Crest. I think one of the AT-ATs like Ghost was it 159? What was it? There was a price point where it was like good all around value. I just noticed the 60 has been putting out some bangers lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff priced at 55 too, which is interesting. We didn't really have the $5 increments before, and we're now starting to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
So lots of $65 and $55 sets, which is kind of strange. Takes a little bit for us to get used to that. $15 was pretty common, but $24.99 and $55, it's been a bit of a change for us.
Yeah.
it's true. You get as many parts as you do with the tiny tank for Mosasaurus. Rick Dad builds with the news of the year saying the 40 fig song is now valid. The GWP does take it to 38 to 41. So it's still not completely accurate at 40 figs, but it's we just couldn't change it from 40 figs. 38 doesn't have the same ring to it, you know?
No.
Yeah. It's a different song.
Airwolf
Yeah.
there. By the way, you were kind of breezing through some of them.
Yeah.
That dragon at 60, I think is well
Yeah.
worth it. The one, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the last page. Yeah, I definitely got that dragon.
Yeah, and again, like no one would
Yes.
feel like now. Again, we know the inevitable. What is it going to be? 48 on this is going to happen or whatever, but you don't feel slighted at all paying full price Jones on this one. I mean, this is a tremendous,
No.
and I love the reference on the Newcastle set, and vice versa. I think that's super
Yep.
cool. I love when they
Yeah.
do shit like that, and this is definitely
Same.
coming home. I think it must be doing okay-ish because I haven't seen said 20% on this one yet. So as soon as we get there, we'll do it. We know it's going to happen, but
I would say in general, the 3-in-1 animals have been very good
oh yeah.
overall, and they've been really
Tyler-
good lately.
No
Tyler
kidding.
said if he ever met one in person, he would buy them a meal, like including the soda and everything. He thinks that's how well they've been doing. So
Yeah,
Nice.
40 is a
the
state
highest
of mind.
compliment.
it is. 40 is a state of mind. That's right. Yeah, I think the idea was just like, man, it even hits better than 50 for some reason. Just 40 figs. Just has a ring to it.
Yeah. Well, we only got 38, but that's
I don't know. That's my weird call out. Yeah, busts aside, which it's funny. Everything's in the name.
Well,
it's been. Oh, I mean, here's a great. Go to the Fantastic Four right there.
Yeah.
Now, people are gonna say, "Where's my Dale molded on that?" Can you blow it up?
Yeah.
But like, you talk about, this was so cool. I want to say it came out May and the movie dropped, or April. It came out like a month or two before the movie. I love when this happens, when you've got a set of the movie that's out currently, you know, where it's not 2 years later and it's already dust and nobody cares. And this is part of why I really love Lego, is like for $60, and no one's saying by any means $60 is cheap, but for Lego, we're going to call it reasonable. The fact that you get the 4 mains and the main villain all in one set, it's like, I challenge you to go to Hasbro, etc., and try to do that at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. And I know you'd get like full size ass figs, but like, you are not going to get the 4 main characters and a big fig, whatever you want to call it, villain for $60. And some of the day 100%. Somebody shows me that, fine, but you're well over 100. In fact, the Marvel Legends of those guys were each $25 each. And if that's your scale, that's cool, man. But you're in for a hunch, and you're not getting a Galactus. So right. I just love that you can have a party in a box, and when they still do things like this, it's awesome. So I do want to give credit again at the $60 goated price point for this thing too.
Yeah, just don't look too close at the thing, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some problems there, but CPA would agree. This is probably his set of the year because he had bazillion views off of the stuff he did. Shout out to CPA. He capitalized on the mistakes. He's like, they're not Dale molded. I'll figure that out. So yeah, this would be a battle pack. Cheaper than the X-Jet is wild. Well, there's not everything's cheaper than the X-Jet. Jesus. Will's not getting a hotel room. He's just getting a spot to sell in the Rennie lobby. Does he sleep? I don't even know if Will sleeps. I literally can't picture Will. Will Bricks. I can't picture that. But yeah, anyways, I'm done glossing this set, as they say, but I just thought it was just worth calling out in the 60 Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
60 Hall of Fame. There we go.
That's definitely the number for the year. Looks like it.
Yeah. I put
Book of Monsters. I don't give a shit personally about the Book of Monsters, but I think that was a GWP that used to go for a lot. So there's that.
It's a good parts pack though, for people who like to build in those colors. Yeah. Brown and tan.
Yeah.
Counter Bricks, good to see you, bud. Watching the US
Bricks.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I see we've got some finalists or semifinalists in there. So US, we've got a couple of US players still playing. The GAT. I like the GAT. Yeah, it's good. That's gonna be an easy cop. I mean, and the good news on those is those will only be out for 3 months, but come January, man. You remember what happened with your Falcon slice from last year? Those things were like dirt cheap at the Lego store. I think I picked up a second one. What was it, 40? And then they were giving them away.
It was crazy to start. I don't remember what it was, but it was embarrassing. They dropped those pretty fast. There were people who liked them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I remember in January they were like, please take this for $15.
That was definitely a GWP that got out of control.
Well, I love that Lego's following suit. You know, hopefully they don't pack them away and sell them for full price next year, and they clearance them out like a good boy should. So
yeah, exactly. With as many sets as they're producing a year, that's the best move for them, inventory wise.
Pretty sure it'll hit 40% off. It will. Yeah. That's what
all right. So we can take another check at the statistics for the evening. We are at 403 badges sold.
Wow, that went quite a bit in the last little bit. Yeah.
And 89% of the hotel room block.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Bryce points out Medieval Dragon is 10 off at Sam's Club. Yet Christmas time, keep your eyes peeled at the old Costco and the
Yeah.
Sam's Club, when they start wheeling them out, you can get some pretty decent deals on a popular set from that year. And for sure, if the dragon was $15 off, I'd buy a couple.
So
100%.
interesting you point that out. Sam's Club, I'm trying to pull it up here. That is a great call out, and not just for the Dragon, but they have got a lot of cool stuff going on all the time on Sam's. They're starting to climb the ranks, because if you guys recall, it was purely, I want to say up until maybe a year ago or less, it was purely like you had to be in the club, shout out to 50 Cent, so to speak, to get the dealios. But now, like, let me pull this up. They've got quite the assortment on there, and
Wow.
and they do go down periodically. But yeah, everything is at least 20% off on here, I think. And then some stuff's like even deeper discount. And they've got Retired Boys. This has been gone for like 6 months, and they're taking $20 off of it.
Oh, wow.
Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I thought this is one of the more heater art sets.
I forgot it was a thing.
Yeah. I don't think it did that well because it was $200, but I think it's pretty cool looking. The Marvel
Oh, wow.
train set that sold out a lot of places early, $10 off. So,
Nice.
over 2 to 3 sets, you're getting substantial savings. We're not calling this, super clearance Cody or anything like that just yet. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty significant. $20 off the new Oscorp. This one, this one's been in and out of stock from what I've seen. Bumblebee sold out. I forget what the price is on some of the Battle Bus. That was the first time I saw a discount on it. I want to say it was 80. They were selling these storage bricks. Have you ever seen them that low? They're always $45, or else I'd have a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I want those.
They're big.
For me, I
Why,
need
you don't wanna
to
get
see
started?
I need to see what's inside.
Nothing. You put your own. Oh, for your. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, because I assume it's for storing Lego bricks. What else do you store? Like I gotta see what's
Who
inside.
does?
I gotta be able to see.
Your box of boys. You can put your boys in there.
Put all
I
your
could put my
there.
boys in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd be
Fill
able
the
to see
corner.
that. That's what was stored in there. If you go
But
to
yeah,
Clutterbug, I'm a butterfly. Don't worry about that.
This thing, 45, 35 for the unicorn. I'm just saying, man, like if you have that and you're set up with the free ship, it's like it's as good as a Target deal, and this is everyday pricing. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Also, they do have clearance on here. I got the friggin' what's the live action Stitch thing for $32, $90 set. I got it off of Sam's.com earlier this year. So I don't know, man. I'd put it in the rotation if you're looking for
at the top of that page, Sean. They had the bonsai tree. That is a goated set for me for making trees and foliage. And it's typically like $40 almost everywhere now. They've like made too many of them, it seems like, so you can get them all day, every day. And if that was even cheaper at Sam's, I'll buy 4, I'll buy 5. Just try to stop me.
Well, it says it's $5 off. I don't know if that's the regular SRP or the SRP they had. And it looks, are they gone, or did I not go to page 2? Well, I already closed it out, but all the Jurassic stuff's on there pretty cheap too, by the way. So whatever you're into, definitely check it out. And sometimes they go super deep, and they even tell you when it's for in-store pickup. So you could either do in-store or get it shipped. I think it's $50 to get free shipping, which isn't out of control. So all right. Oh, also the Advents are already on sale in here too, which usually you used to have to go to the club to get those. So Star Wars is already $35 on there. So it's a good deal. Depending on what you're into.
Yeah, I think I saw the Advent calendars at Costco this week too. So they are definitely hitting the discount stores already. Amy Schultz says the Speedway clerk will stop me. Yeah, I'll probably be accused of stealing for sure.
Will, is this your first? Will's going to stay in the Rennie this time. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
I was just questioning if you actually slept, Will. I don't think I can even picture it. Bill Bartley, cannot wait to see everyone in Chicago at the 2026 registered for Brickworld
Bill Bartley
at the Rennie. He is one of the 90%ers that have already got that. So
yeah, let's see. Is it at 90 right now? It's still at 89, so calm down.
My Costco did. I don't have access to the numbers. I'm just wishful thinking. My Costco didn't get Minecraft I can't read this. Is he actually disappointed? Or are you disappointed because you can't get them for clearance? Is that what you mean? It's so weird. Our friends overseas are still talking about Kmart's constantly. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Brick Maiden, you need to book the hotel ASAP. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, please do.
We're approaching 10% of rooms left. And there is
Yeah.
nothing that Mark or anybody associated can do about it. Once they gone, they gone.
Yeah.
They get as many rooms as they can, which is basically the whole hotel. So we can't, add an annex.
We'd like to. That's what Brent and I were talking about. That Mario Andretti experience is huge. It would have been the perfect annex space for another convention center and more hotel rooms. Like,
Yeah,
come
stick
on,
some
man.
hotel rooms on top of that bad boy.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some restaurants in there as well as all the entertainment stuff.
It's huge.
So-
It's enormous.
Plus parking. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, parking garage.
Thank you, Bam Crest Hill. We'll see you at the show.
Absolutely.
Shout out. All right. Well, there's the stats there. We're at 90%. I mean, I think honestly, yeah. I mean, it's still early for some folks too. We got to remember it's 5:30. People are still in horrible rush hour traffic on the West Coast. So I think it's a matter of time before the inevitable happens, and the rooms are gone.
Right.
There's no reason they shouldn't be at this point.
This is right around the corner, actually.
And by the way, we factually do have more rooms this year than last year, right?
Definitely. Yes. Especially on Wednesday night.
I mean,
although there's only 7 room nights left on Wednesday night.
Oof. All right.
Wednesdays are always thinner for us for some reason. Yeah.
Somebody post a pic of Tyler sleeping in go-karts to the Discord. Yeah, maybe he will.
Nice.
Right.
Actually,
yeah.
We're only 10 rooms away from selling out on Sunday.
Oof.
10 rooms left on Sunday, 7 rooms left on Wednesday. So yikes. Get in there and get your rooms.
2 hours and 21 minutes into the broadcast, Mark, and we still haven't even mentioned the fact, and God's honest truth, did not know this until this year. There's a hot tub squad at the Rennie. I didn't even know there was a hot tub. Who has time for that? But these guys are like, yeah, we're in the hot. We're going back to the hot tub. I go, what hot tub? What are you talking about? I couldn't even tell you where it is. But apparently there's also
in the pool.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a pool.
There's a pool.
We have a boat race in the pool every year.
Every year.
Is the pool behind the
by the
breakfast
elevators?
place?
It's behind the elevators.
Yeah.
When I go to the elevators, I go to the elevators.
Yeah. So if you go through the pathway past the elevators, there's a gym, and then inside of there is the pool. And Nicole, yeah, she's been in the dude soup, as she says.
She's been told she was in the dude soup by somebody who didn't like influencers.
Did you believe this, Mark? Look, this is Tyler summed up in a sentence. Every hour that goes by is 1 hour closer to Brickworld Chicago 2030 being over. That's how he looked at it. Not that we're going to get to it.
I can tell you, it starts in 285 days, 16 hours, 31 minutes, and 50 seconds.
No, he'd call that the beginning of the end, though. That's the way his.
I know.
Goes. The whole week,
but
he's
that's
like,
why I said. That's why I said begins, not ends.
Yeah.
Because that's the only counter I have. I don't have a counter for the end of it.
For the nonsense, yeah. He's just like.
No, that's a sweet way to think of it, though, because once it starts, I'm like, especially if you're really busy, especially if you got like someone's throwing a bunch of work at you, like I do to the two of you. You're like, I'd like to enjoy the convention at some point. So like those hours slip away a lot faster when you got tasks. If you can just like sit there and relax and enjoy every minute, that's the sweet spot.
That's me telling venue
people don't join staff.
Also be used for swimming.
Yeah, it can.
Counter Bricks says that he hasn't been in one for years. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever make my debut at the hot tub. There's just I just can't picture a time where it'd be that relaxing. I don't know. Rennie Pool.
It does close at like 11.
What if there were otters in the hot tub?
11's when I'm cracking my inaugural beer usually. So I don't know.
Do you mean me, Ben?
I meant swimming with the otters in Texas, but sure, you can come too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I think we put in a good 2.5 here as a sales celebration. And for those of
100%.
you that are going to be tuning in later, we put out that we'd be starting earlier, but if you're catching this on replay, gang, we apologize. We had to move the show up. Again, that was just in the interest of taking care of our friends from overseas, as it were, to make sure they could get in on the badge sale and not keep them up till 2 a.m. On
And
the
thank you
flip
so
side,
much
for those of you that are in rush hour on the West Coast that are also not going to be able to see the broadcast at the same time, again, apologies to you too. It's just what we had to do to make it fair for everybody. But next week, huge broadcast. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but got one of our sort of wish list guests on the broadcast next week. Solid Bricks will be joining ACOB. There's a couple thumbnails going around. We'll see where we land, but the idea here is he only says certain things on his videos, and if he's making content for LAN, etc., reviews, we're hoping to learn a little bit more about him, get his thoughts on some stuff, State of Lego Star Wars, all the sort of feedback on LAN, his experience there. Maybe we'll talk about other content create. I don't know. We haven't set any sort of limits on it, and I hope he just spills all. We're excited about it though, for sure. And it should be an exciting broadcast, and I think a lot of people will be interested to see that one. So we're pretty pumped.
100%.
And I've noticed too. I mean, I have started a sort of new blood initiative on ACOB. It's like we have our usual cast of characters, yeah. And I do recognize it's good to get some new in here. And so we've had a lot of new first timers this year. One springs to mind. Shout out to Brickmaster Harry. He came on. That was a fun time. And it's like, practice what you preach. We're always saying, hey, meet new people, bring them in. So that's what we're doing here. So we're pretty excited about it. But of course, the usual cast of characters will always be along for the ride as well. 5 hours sooner than the average. Yeah, Tyler. By the way, Tyler, what was with you in that light ass 2-piece you did last night? Tyler streamed last night. He did 2 hours, and he gives us shit for doing 2 hours. Tyler's like 5 hours. He does. Yeah, I know. He's like 5 hours of bus guy. I know. What do you guys normally do too?
We have started creeping up towards 4, like the last couple months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Bad. Yeah, we have. I think more so than a lot of shows. We're fairly structured in terms of we have a run a show, and then we have things that occur at about the same time every show. So ideally, we'd be a little over 2.5, but we always end up at like 3.5 or 4.
Yeah, our scheduled segments tend to balloon here and there,
Yeah.
Sure. And I think that's what happens as the audience grows and everything. There's a lot more comments, a lot more interaction, so it goes by a lot faster. Like early days, I was looking at some of our shows and be like, hour and a half, like, thank you for that comment once every 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So this definitely keeps the lifeblood, going. ACOB after show on Life Bricks. So, that could be interesting. But we did get a super from Sig's Bricks. We'll hit one for Bill Bartley. I don't know if he knows the culture here and what kind of songs we play, but we do have a request for a classic at this point. Here's Droidica going out to Sig's Bricks. Yeah.
You can run even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass. I am metal. I've got my blasters. I'm a badass roly-poly robot disaster. Droidica, Trade Federation pinball. Droidica, I make all the Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
There you go.
There we go. Mark had to go to the bathroom. He vanished.
Oh, I don't have that song, but if I did, I know you have a Mark bathroom song.
We do.
Bill Bartley, Ben, I don't know, your choice. What would you like to hear? Preferably one we haven't heard yet tonight.
Maybe Clearance Season. We're getting Clearance Season right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of clearance out there. Shout out to Clearance Season.
I go to Walmart every day for only
only one reason the friend sets are ready for clearance season.
I buy a bunch of shit that I never wanted. A Mario set that wasn't well regarded. Minecraft trash, no clue what they're about. Call me Dexter, I part them all out.
Clearance season. Fuck yeah, it's clearance time.
Call
Yeah,
me
that's-
Dexter. I part them all out.
Yeah, it's how
We're
you're getting
Dexters.
your wicked sets right now. Your wicked wave 1 sets right now are on clearance season.
Oh yeah, all those emerald green beauties. Everybody's clearing those out, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
$50 for the big set.
Yeah, that
I've
big
seen-
set was bought for my daughter by her grandparents, full price Jones. We still celebrate it. That's a beautiful set, by the way.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the damn mini dolls.
That's true.
My favorite part about the song is it sounds like Tyler singing. I love that. I thought I read it as I like to pretend in my mind Tyler is singing, which is pretty funny because he does. He loves this shit, and I love that there's a shot of him holding up the exact sets that we celebrate in there. Emerald green dust. Nah, I thought it was a good set, man. That set with figs would be amazing. Well, look, I mean the new Wicked sets are giving us at least what, 2 of them? Yeah, 2 of them are giving
Yep.
us figgies this time around. So those
Yep.
will definitely be coming home at some point. I will wait till they are priced appropriately, and then I will be taking at least a few of those from them. I just need, to be honest, I need the Goldblum. That's really what I need. I need another Jeff Goldblum minifig. She can keep the rest. It's kind of dust to me. Cuban Jobs is a sleeper.
It's a good one.
And
Yeah.
sorry, Mark. What? Oh, we already did it. Never mind. We just did
Yeah,
clearance season.
it's all good. No, yeah,
Clearance season, baby.
Sorry, my brain.
it's all right. Yeah, I get
I'm
it,
off.
man. I really get it.
Early.
I'm way
Usually
off.
not ACOB middle till 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, boys. Any closing thoughts? We want to do one more Sports Center update for the road, Mark, and then
Yeah,
we'll,
sure. Let's check it out.
send
And
it
yeah,
out.
I had to go pick up the dog. I was supposed to pick her up at 7.
all good.
All right, so we are at 90% of the room block. We've got 5 rooms left on Wednesday night. We have 10 rooms left for Sunday night. A good amount left for the rest of the week that the show is running. Looks like Tuesday is sold out. A spattering of rooms left on Monday night. Looks like 4 rooms left Monday night. 16 on Sunday if you want to stay Sunday. And let's check out the badges. We're at 414.
There you go. 414.
Nice.
Yeah. Good momentum. Great support from you guys. Thank you very much for trusting us once again to put on
Yeah.
a Lego fan convention for you. We will do our best to honor your faith.
And obviously, it goes without saying, week to week, month to month, you'll be hearing about Brickworld, any updates, any interesting stuff that's cooked up. We're always, like Mark said and Ben said, and we're all saying, every year we try to make it. The goal is to make people leave there and say this is the best one ever. And we'll definitely be looking to plus up the show every year. We had the involvement with Lego this year. We suspect and hope we can have that kind of involvement and participation again. I thought that was huge.
We'll see.
Sky's the limit as far as I see. So that's it. Closing thoughts.
Ninjago was fun, but I think for me it's the BLDP, the Bricklink Designer Program reveal. That was something really cool that we were able to do this last
Really
year.
on the nose. Yeah. That was really on the
and
nose for the audience. Yeah.
They are currently planning to have a presence again there, the Bricklink Designer Program coming back. They always do great with all of us.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll get another concert. Maybe not. We'll see, right? So
Maybe.
you never
Who
know.
knows? You never know.
Yeah.
That's why we're trying to get so much done early this year so we could say more earlier instead of just like, May 15th being like, surprise, here's what's happening.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll all have updates of that. And we've got Star Wars designer panel. Hey man, it's in the cards. It's one of the dreams. Any chance of G? Okay, fine. We'll play that on the way out. Here's GWP, one of the ones who kicked it off, and we'll see you guys right here next week on a couple of Brickheads Thank you for your support. Get those badges, man. It's not too late. You still have 10% of the rooms left.
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has fed. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP
Deep inside of me. Ooh, ah. Well, it was a fun ride. Another third in a row, Mark. Brickworld badge release party here on ACOB, co-broadcasted over on the Brickworld channel. Make sure you guys are subbed over there. Check out their show each and every Sunday night. Yeah. For Brent from Brent's Bricks, for Mark, the CBO of Brickworld, and for Ben, this has been Sean the Right Way, and this little show has been a couple of brickheads. We'll see you right here next week with Solid Bricks. David Hall, live, right here. It's going to be a wild one you want to be a part of. Get those Brickworld ticks. Get the hotel secured. We'll see you next week. Peace.